Sure. Let's just do
Brad's
it.
always ready, born ready.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of your mom's favorite podcast. Jason is just being handed the chat. You all know him. He is They Hate Jason, a.k.a. Jason, a.k.a. The
Jason!
Show. And we have...
Jason! That's what we would like sing. If you were like a Sikh hero, that would be how people would sing your voice.
Can I change my name?
Why?
I don't like my name.
You don't like your name? Your name's amazing. Jason's a sick name. Get out of here.
I don't think you've ever liked your name.
I want
or your
a
last
name,
have you?
a name where you don't need a... Oops.
Yo, turn my shit off, dude. Don't do that.
I want a name where you don't need a last name, you know? You just say like Oprah and you know who it is.
You want one of those like Madonna?
Oprah, Madonna,
Yeah. What are some other ones?
No, why do you
Or
want...
Prince.
I love my name, personally.
Yeah, but yours is not as common.
What is it, Anand or Bunty?
No, it's Anand.
Okay.
Mine's
So you like your
Anand.
actual name?
Yeah.
Your actual name is Bunty.
Bunty is just like the thing that I'm going by because like that's what I started off as on YouTube. You know? Can you fucking not do that again?
I'm just trying to look at the chat.
You don't need to fucking play the video while looking at the chat. It goes live, bro.
I thought it had to be playing.
No, it doesn't.
Does Jason bother you?
A little bit, but only because we're on different wavelengths. That's pretty much it. I love him
There's
though.
no doubt about that. But we meet somewhere, like, you know, I can see you from a distance.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just
with
like
a telescope.
you keep playing that, bro. I was like, it's freaking out there.
I know.
Dude, what are you doing?
That's why I knew. That's why I was looking at it because I know you're gonna do something.
I
Because
was like,
there's no way you can let that go.
yeah. I was like, come on, Jason, think.
I don't think we've ever gone much into detail about Jason on this podcast.
We haven't, man. It's always been
Have
about
we gone
me,
into
honestly.
detail about you?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's always been about me. This podcast, I feel like in a bad way.
I don't think there's anything else, right? It's just you.
No. What are you talking about, dude? This is you guys. You guys are leading. You guys are leading such important lives, and like we always like we started this podcast because I was like, you know what? I want to have this podcast where while I'm doing the stuff on YouTube, while I'm creating the content on YouTube, while I'm like streaming or doing making a video, putting my opinion out there, I wanted to be able to still share like a sense of
Normalcy, because you were getting involved in the commentary community, and a lot of the stuff you wanted our opinion on as well. You wanted like, what's a normal person's, like someone who's not involved in that? I don't know if we're normal, but
No.
you know, someone who isn't involved in that industry so closely.
Yeah.
Remember, and you wanted our take on it. Like
That's back when you're doing the
Burger
fun
first
stuff,
started,
though.
Colossal's Crazy just started and stuff, and yeah,
that
that's
was
when he
the fun
doing
stuff. It wasn't like the I want to kill you if you have a different opinion stuff, you know?
Yeah. No,
like we were just happy to get like 1,000 viewers on a stream.
Exactly.
That was like so sick.
Yeah.
It was like huge. But Jason, why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Man, I don't want to do that. What's that
No, that's
interview?
why I
There's
get
no
you mad.
chat. I hate that stupid question.
I know.
I'm not doing that.
Did you let Anand listen to your EP yet?
No, it'll be done Monday.
You're like that's the thing that pisses me
Oh,
off.
I'm like, and you're not?
No, I'm shit too.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
terrible.
But
Dude,
what
I'm
pisses
so bad.
you off about Jason in that respect?
Well, no. Can I just start by saying what pisses me off about me, and then
So
tell
you
you?
want to talk about yourself again? What we're talking about?
Right.
Jason?
Fuck yeah. What pisses me off about? Okay, you're right. You're right. Why the fuck am I talking about myself?
No, let me
Fuck
talk
right.
about me.
Yeah, it's true. I want to talk about what I hate the most. Okay, no.
It's not, I know you didn't mean it like that.
Oh,
It's just
I know
funny.
what you mean. Pisses
It's
me
just
off
funny.
about me. Like I just want to talk about me. No, Jason. What pissed me off about fucking Jason is he's like this. He's super talented. Anytime I've heard him, like, you know, and in comparison to all these fucking YouTube rappers, man,
Thanks.
like these like no,
Jason's
that was my dream to be better than YouTube
For those that don't know,
rappers.
Jason's an
it
artist.
doesn't matter,
right?
They're still getting millions of views. They're getting tons of money. This what didn't fucking what's his name go fucking that guy's name again? The Chinese dude.
Rice gum?
Yeah, Rice Gum. Yeah,
Yeah, what about him?
I genuinely forgot about him because I just don't pay attention.
He's been playing Fortnite. He's really good.
He's pretty good at
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you're
Does that
not
piss you off?
No, I don't care.
you're not that good.
You're good.
I'm shit. I'm
Yeah.
shit at it. But yeah. Anyway, I just think that you'd be a better rapper than those guys. So you're.
But
like,
he is an artist. For a long time, people don't know that Jason draws. He's a good artist in terms of
No, I
drawing.
just started drawing like randomly.
But you've always been good at drawing.
No.
No, you use it in a
My
way that's
mom-
troll, which is
My
amazing.
mom
it's a unique
is
skill
good
as
at
well.
drawing.
Yeah.
And she's an artist and she's a painter. And my brother was pretty good at
Very good.
drawing and that sort of stuff. But I never did it.
But you make some good memes for like our group chat, like our just like when we're on
Yeah.
like text. You make some really good memes for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
but
NLBA, you don't think you've dropped some
Oh
good
my
memes?
God.
I dropped some good memes, but they're not like Twitter memes, like, you know, where
No,
it's just
if-
like
if you-
disturbing
they're
as
like-
hell, like kind of memes.
I know, no, but like if you were like playing, if you were dropping Twitter memes on people, like
It's a different.
Like,
they're still funny, but it's a different vibe than what you'd normally see on Twitter. You know,
dude, the book of faggots meme.
That wasn't mine.
That was mine.
I know, that was your meme. The book of faggots meme was amazing. All right, so this
Keemstar one.
Yeah. So for those of you guys that don't know, okay, so we have this meme. All right, within like a group of our friends, and it's one of the best memes ever. It's so good.
According to you,
I think it's one of the best memes I've ever seen of us ever. All right, it's just like one thing that we can all cherish, like it's our thing, and it's when
it's offensive though.
It's totally offensive. It's totally offensive, but it is just a thing that we do amongst ourselves because we're cool. We're cool with each other, you know. Like we know that we're not crazy, and we just know that we're not crazy. We're just fucking chilling. We trust each other, and this meme is called the Book of Faggots, and so Brad put Keemstar's face on this book. It was amazing because it's just a book. Keemstar sitting there with the book, and it says the Book of Faggots.
And he's really happy to be reading it.
Yeah,
like you can see he wants to see who's in this book. It's
exactly.
Like
he's like, oh look, the Book of Faggots. I got the Book of Faggots today,
guys. It takes a while to find the right face to use for your meme. You know what I mean? I'm sure you have that struggle.
No, I have to do it right away. Like anything I do artistically has to be done right away, or else I lose interest and hate it instantly. So if I've ever like done any song or drew something, it was like right away. It was like it has to come like right away.
Yeah.
A lot of artists say that like you have to be in like like for me acting, the best moments that I ever had were when I would black out, the scene would happen, and I kind of go like,
you wake up, I
was like, oh fuck, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I did. Like there's a few things that I did as character from Modern Family, Cam, that was like over the top gay guy, and there's stuff that I did that I don't even remember. My acting coach finished it, and he was just staring at me like, okay. You black out for a minute. It's like a beautiful moment.
You get in the zone.
Yeah.
Like anytime I do it, it's like whatever you're writing down like right away. If it's like a song or something, you don't have to sit there and think for hours and hours because you've been thinking like your whole life or whatever. There's a reason why it's coming out, and I have to get it out quick, or else I start to lose interest in it.
Wolfie, how do you do that? Do you ever get that as an artist? We have King Wolfie here, by the way, with us. Do you ever feel that when you're doing things? Do you like zone out when you're making your art? No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true either.
They can't hear you.
I don't know.
No, that's okay.
Okay, well, for those of you guys that don't know, you want to come on? Come on, say hi.
You're gonna sit in your lap?
No. Don't say hi. Don't say my, whoa. Just come and say hi. Be like, hey, what's up? Yo. But you just watching.
Hey. It's actually King Anna.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's been changed. Anna? Ani? Anna.
I keep calling you. Did I call you Wolf? I keep calling you Wolfie, huh?
You said Wolfie, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
that's the name of the guy from.
No, but that's what I remember.
That's what I remember from VidCon.
Yeah,
isn't he part of the
and like pre-VidCon
Fuse house or what's it called?
The Fuse?
No,
the Fuse house.
The Phase house.
Oh, is he?
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, you watch all
Wolfie
that shit.
And
he watches a lot of like Team 10, and he watches a lot of.
I've seen.
What's that team? Team Phase?
Team 11, Team 10,
Team Extreme.
Team Extreme. The Hardy Boys. Yeah.
Did you watch WrestleMania, Nand?
No.
Do you know how long WrestleMania was this year? And that's something you should know about Jason. He's a huge wrestling fan. I am as well, but maybe people don't know that.
Both of us.
What was it, like 2 hours?
It was actually 7 hours, I think, or 6 hours.
Yeah.
With the pre-show.
That was 6 hours of wrestling?
Yeah.
In one night?
7 hours, 6 hours.
WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl.
We missed the show on Saturday night.
WrestleMania.
The Developmental League is Saturday night. We missed that. We watched it before WrestleMania. That's like an extra 3 hours. We had like 10 hours of wrestling almost.
That's so it was a full blown event.
It's the biggest one of the year. It's one time a year.
So it's like but it's like the Oscars of wrestling also.
Super Bowl.
Think of it. It's the Oscars.
No, they have the Oscars of wrestling. That's on Friday. It's
the Hall of Fame.
Oh no, that's different. It's
but
the
they do have
Slammies or whatever.
Oh, do they still do the Slammies?
Yeah, but it doesn't sound Slammies. Slammies. Yeah, whatever. No one's gonna pay this. Fuck the Slammies.
You don't think they should rebrand it? What would you call WWE's?
Rebrand the Slammies.
What would you call it?
Yeah, what would you call the award show?
Wrestling award.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
That's okay. I just wanted to see if we can come up with something.
Hold on. Slammies is. Hold on.
Would you rename it or would you keep it?
No. Because Slammies doesn't sound serious enough. It's like the reason why I'm saying is because even though I don't watch wrestling, okay, I have an appreciation for it. I just don't watch it because I'm like, no, it's not for me. Like I can't follow.
It's hard to watch it if you didn't grow up watching it.
Exactly. And I
think Jinder Mahal should be champion,
there were certain
right?
things. There were certain things that like I definitely like gravitate towards, like Austin 316 as a kid. Like that was it. Like I was like, yo, that guy's sick. You know.
Did you ever watch it with Charlie Paré?
No.
He used to love wrestling too.
I used to watch it with my dad.
Fan.
I used to watch wrestling with my dad. But
Your dad watched it.
Well, yeah, my parents never got like any kind of like network TV.
Was he a Davari fan?
I don't know. I can't even ask my dad who my favorite wrestler is. I don't even remember. He'd probably say Stone Cold.
Yeah,
for sure.
Everybody
my dad loves
Stone
Stone
Cold. Or The Rock,
Cold.
maybe.
The Rock, he didn't really like that much.
Oh yeah.
I don't think The Rock was his favorite at the time, because he didn't. I don't think my dad saw The Rock when he's a face.
Did he picture being Stone Cold at like Reader's Digest and like stunning his boss before he walked out of there? Like
I'm pretty sure
opening a can of whoop ass on the editors or something.
I'm pretty sure my dad is the kind of guy who has always said that if ever there was a situation, he would 100% be like on top of it.
Like what? What do you mean a situation? What type of situation?
Vague.
Yeah, he would be on top of a situation.
Yo, hold on. Just before you, we have a super chat from
okay.
Mr. Tim Glenn with 2 N's.
Oh, nice. Nice. Tim, thank you.
He says, good evening,
Tim.
fellas.
Good evening.
Glad to see these streams are becoming a regular event. Keep it up. P.S. Wrestling has sucked since Rock and Sock Connection died. I do not agree with that.
I kind of agree with that.
It's definitely not as good, but it's not.
I understand. I understand what he means.
The Attitude Era was the best era, and after that, it became the kiddie. I can't make the kids cry era.
It was called the PG era.
Fuck that, bro.
No chair shots to the head.
No.
Blood.
After the Attitude
no
Era
no
was
racist jokes.
ruthless aggression.
No
Ruthless
racist
aggression.
jokes.
They didn't have a ton of those.
Oh, bro, they had racist jokes back in the day.
They had lots in the back in the day.
I guess.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? During the Attitude Era, it didn't even matter.
Oh yeah, Owen Hart. I think he did blackface or something. When he was in. They made fun of the Nation of Domination. Or no, Goldust did too.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, nigga.
He
Booker
didn't say
T?
it.
Yeah.
Booker T said it like in a.
Booker T
I know, but
said
Booker T didn't want to say it because you saw his face after he was like.
Well,
Yeah,
it
because you
just
can't say
slipped
that on
out.
TV
No,
though.
but-
It's network TV.
But that wouldn't
live.
fly.
It was live TV.
live.
Yeah,
Live
Mess up, you
TV,
mess
kids
up.
could have watched.
they did watch. We watched.
Yeah, probably.
So he was trying to get rid of it way back when then.
Who?
In a way.
Ooh.
Booker T, if you think about it.
Get rid of what?
Get rid of the word nigga. He was trying not to
I think
say
he just was so like his character is so much himself that he blurred the lines a little bit. Especially characters like Hulk Hogan back in the day, they were their character 24/7, like full method.
It's
kinda
easier,
messed them up later in
easier to
life.
maintain character because you weren't tweeting like what you ate for dinner and stuff.
It's weird to
If you're,
see
like,
certain guys
Undertaker.
tweet now. Yeah, like the Undertaker tweets or something. You're
just had
like,
a nice steak.
Bray Wyatt's tweeting. It's like, okay. Or like there was an NXT guy, a big monster like Lars. He's supposed to be this freak guy. And he's like, oh, and he tweeted earlier today about this match. And it's like, oh, that's weird. Kind of breaks the fourth wall there a little bit, you know?
That's interesting. Are they being serious about these tweets, or like you're never sure like what's going on?
Sometimes they're in character when they do it.
Yeah, sometimes in character, sometimes not. That's where it's kind of like ambiguous. Kind of weird.
So we're not sure if like what's his fucking name? Why am I forgetting names? My brain has sucked. Since Twitter, my brain has sucked. I forget everything because everything is like I'm thinking about too much at once. So my brain just doesn't focus on things that I used to like.
But you're back on Twitter. How does it feel to be back on Twitter?
Do you ever give your full attention to one thing at a time?
No. No, it's bad. It's
It's
bad.
I think
I
sometimes
don't
video
often do it
games?
either though.
What?
Video games?
No, not even video games.
When you go to a movie?
What do you mean? You're playing video games like watching TV and like tweeting?
At a movie, I can't even say that I've actually like really enjoyed a movie like solo without any distractions, not thinking about any single other thing than just like
I
the
think it's
movie.
okay to think
Thinking
other
is
things.
different.
That's different.
Were you
yeah.
looking at your phone?
We've been able to sit in movies and you didn't look at your phone. Because if you do, I get mad at you. And, I
And
look at you like,
everyone
what are you
gets mad at him.
doing? Yeah, because you're pulling out a bread ass screen.
Yeah.
So you're able to focus in. What's the last movie we saw?
I don't remember. Bad as that.
I don't remember either. That's why I'm asking.
That's actually not good.
Well, the last movie we saw was Black Panther,
Yeah.
which I liked.
What movie we saw? What is it?
I don't know.
It's a fucking
I remember.
superhero
Wasn't
movie?
it
No.
the thing with the sword and the stick? I mean, in the stone sword.
Arthur?
King
King
Arthur.
Arthur.
And you
Oh
said and
my
you said it
God.
was like
King Arthur
gonna
was
win
a
best
piece of
best
shit.
picture of the year.
King Arthur was garbage, but
Garbage.
let
It
me
was
tell
really
you something
garbage.
right
Really
now.
garbage.
King Arthur was like
Extra
pure
garbage.
Guy Ritchie dog shit. Like imagine like if Guy Ritchie was like, you know what, my brain sucks now. So I'm just gonna make a movie that tells everybody that my brain sucks.
It looked like he did not enjoy making that movie.
No, I was like, what the fuck? Was
Or
that
I don't know if
movie?
anyone enjoyed making that movie because it was bad.
It was really, really bad.
Mm.
But when I was stoned, I had a great time. So I have to kind of give it to him because even though the movie itself was so garbage, I was stoned and I had an amazing time. Like I was like this the whole time. I was like,
You were like, to me, you're like, Brad, we need to see it sober. You need to watch this masterpiece of a film. And so I went in sober.
Oh,
and
no,
it was
no,
the
no.
You
longest.
did, and
Yeah.
you hated it.
I
Oh,
wanted
I
to
hated
leave.
it.
I asked. I was like,
I hated
I was
it.
like, we should probably go. We stuck it out to the end, but I was ready to leave at any point. I would have been just like, no.
Why?
It
What
was
was so
just
bad about it?
Well, I mean, it's very like corny. There's like the story is just
Yeah.
not there behind the plot. It's just like pieced together with like bad action and bad acting.
well, the action
Who
wasn't
was the main
that bad.
actor in it?
The action wasn't that
Who was
bad.
Arthur?
It wasn't great.
In the actual fight between him and
Okay, no, that was cool.
that was pretty
It's
cool.
like it's not a 0. Like I wouldn't give it a 0 on 10, but I wouldn't give it a very good rating. And also, I went in with extremely high expectations. That hurt
Yeah,
it.
you kind of ruined it.
Honestly, I've tried to forget this movie. I don't remember it very well because it was just like pain.
the king actually turned into a demon, right? At one point. Oh no, there was a demon. There was a demon assisting the king.
Yes,
So King Arthur had to fight a demon.
this is the story of what you're going through right now.
Holy shit! That's why I loved it so much. That's why I loved it so much. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta fight the demon.
Got to fight the demon, Finn Balor. Finn Balor.
Fuck man.
We were talking yesterday
My brain.
about marketing. We had a good
Yeah, I
conversation
said
with our friend
marketing's
Justin.
evil.
Yeah, he said there can be no good
Not,
marketing.
it's not always evil,
None.
but usually it is, right? Like, no?
Do you believe that
Am I wrong?
all marketing is evil?
Well,
fuck
he
no.
can't say that because he's like, I'm a marketer.
I know.
I'm a
That's why I want to hear his
marketer, I'm a
opinion. I want to
marketer."
hear his
He's like,
Fuck
yeah, it's
no.
his
evil.
thoughts on it.
Fuck no, I don't. First of all, I don't say I'm a marketer.
Yeah,
I'm a
you
marketer
do.
anymore. Not anymore. Not
Okay.
anymore. I'm really stopping. I'm trying. I'm
It's
trying to
true.
stop.
He has stopped.
I'm not focusing on that because why do I need to tell people that I'm a marketer?
I know,
Everybody
that's
that
what I
knows
said.
already knows.
Yeah,
So it
I know.
doesn't matter.
You don't
The
need to,
people that
like-
know what I'm doing. So it's whatever. I don't give a shit. I
It's
don't need to tell.
you have to market yourself in a way to be online and to be a streamer and to do all this. Like we get it, you know. You have to
Nerd
Yeah.
City says marketing makes the world go round.
It does.
But is it
but the
good?
world's
100%.
flat, so I don't understand what he's talking about.
No. Oh my god, you're such a dummy. Yeah, that's a good one.
Because he's a Kyrie fan.
It's true.
So
You dummy.
you know who Kyrie Irving is?
Huh?
Kyrie Irving.
We're just throwing a bunch of stuff at him he doesn't even know.
I know. I'm just trying to see if
Wrestling,
any of the shit sticks to the
basketball.
I have
wall.
no idea what this. No.
Kyrie Irving?
He's a
No.
basketball player.
Stop trying to just sports at me, man. Trust
I
me.
know.
Here's the thing, okay? You don't
Well,
know
it's just
this.
because he's in the news because he's saying he was a flat
I don't
earther.
think he really is though.
I don't
Yeah,
care
he
if
might
he's
have been
flat
trolling
earther.
people,
Even if
but-
he is a flat earther. Wow, flat
Flat
earther.
earther.
Flat earther. Even if he is a flat earther, I
If
don't
not,
care.
so do I.
I don't care. I don't give a shit, man.
No, it don't be.
If he's doing his job as something else, I don't give a shit what he believes in.
Yeah, who
Because he's
cares?
actively doing his
Yeah,
job
that's
as
what I
something
said.
It's
else.
just entertaining. People take it too far, obviously.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your boy LeVar Ball.
What did he say? He's not a flat earther.
No, but just anything he says gets.
Oh yeah,
blown out of
he's
proportion
hilarious. He's
or-
amazing.
But he's a
I love
troll.
him.
He's a big time troll.
Oh yeah, I love it.
He's like a full blown like just joker now.
But again, like, so you're saying there can be no good marketing because they're always trying to sell you something. They're
Well,
always marketing
they
is
are.
trying to
The
sell you
only
something
good
you don't
marketing
need.
could be like
in
research
some
to
people would say.
define what people actually need or what they want, I guess, instead of
Right.
like telling them what they want and tricking them into it and like and, you know,
Like making you feel bad for
imagery
not having
and-
something, or but you said there's no chance that there's no, marketing is
no,
inherently
I think
bad.
after the conversation, obviously you know it could be more positive, but usually when we're watching this shit, it's you see what they're doing.
Like we said, find an example of positive marketing. Do you have one? Because we asked you and you said you couldn't.
Plus, like
you
when I
like
watched
positive
Mad
marketing?
Men and they were marketing
If I could
cigarettes
see, if
back
I
in
could
the
see
day,
a better,
it's fucked.
a positive marketing,
Like what's a positive example or
of
marketing?
marketing,
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
what do you mean?
PewDiePie is such a good marketer.
He's good at marketing,
No, that's
but
not what I'm saying.
that's not what we're saying.
But he does a lot of his stuff himself, you know. But
Right.
but what he's branding is like what the PewDiePie brand is, okay? Because his name isn't PewDiePie, his name is fucking Felix.
Mhm.
He has all these other things that he's probably not like told to us about him, but we think that we all know this guy who's PewDiePie, right? He's like this all super famous YouTuber that's been on YouTube for a while, right? But the thing is that like he is just like he's just chilling.
Is he just chilling? I
He's
think he's making moves.
Well, he's making moves, but the moves that he's making are just about happiness. Like his goal on YouTube is all his videos. Anytime you watch a video of his, you're happy. You watch his video and you're happy. You
Not
have a good
everybody.
time.
Some people are offended.
Well, some people are offended, but from the beginning,
yeah, that's true.
no, but some people are offended. But from the beginning, like his audience loves him. They all care about him. You know, there's some people who've been following
Most
PewDiePie
audiences
forever.
are like that, right? Like
What?
your audience cares about you, your audience loves you.
My audience loves me, and I fucking love my audience.
Mm-hmm.
They're chill. Like it doesn't matter who, what, like, because I started like just at the beginning with fucking nothing.
I
With
remember.
nothing.
I was there. When you were just doing your Indian accent streaming, just having fun. What were you doing? Did you first start with GTA where you were like picking up people in a taxi with an Indian accent?
Literally my first like episode. I was like, yo, this is how I gotta do it. I gotta come here and I have to. This is what the funny thing is. I gotta be an Indian taxi driver and I gotta drive fucking white people around. This is what I have to do. When I started streaming, I was like, yeah, I think this is it because I feel like this is what people want from me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do that.
You're worse than Apu, you're saying. Right?
I was just like doing it, and I was even reluctantly doing it. I was like, whatever, man.
Is that character you were playing in any way similar to Apu from The Simpsons? Because he's been in. You're
trying to be like.
Explain why we brought this up. There's been a lot of.
I was trying to be a fucking loser.
What's going on with all this heat around Apu?
They seem to be. I didn't watch the actual movie.
Because The Simpsons is your favorite show of all time.
Simpsons is, in my opinion, the greatest show of all. Well, my favorite show of all time, no doubt.
Before you said you were basically
like I haven't watched it in like 10
you were raised
years.
by The Simpsons in a way, in a sense of
it sounds so bad now.
I know what you mean, but
it's been shit since like for a while. Like I stopped watching.
Yeah, I know, but it's so good. When it was good, it's so good that it doesn't matter. It could be shit for another 100 years. I don't care. It's still my favorite show of all time.
And he also said that if it were to end,
it was a show that I watch every day after school.
It's pretty much like one of the only constants in our lives since we've been born.
It's the same
The
age
Simpsons
as us.
is on. That's it. Since we've been born, 1987.
In French, in English.
In French is so funny.
In French class, we'd watch it for like.
No, we watched The Simpsons in French.
Because
never
because
watched
you had
The
to
Simpsons
for
in
homework.
I've watched it in
You had
French.
to for homework. You watched
Why?
like Pierre.
Yeah, you had to watch it in
the
French.
Flintstones were like
for homework.
Pierre à Feu or something.
Pierre à Feu.
The Simpsons was Les Simpsons.
They made you watch cartoons.
No, you
I
had
didn't
to
think it was Les
choose
Simpsons.
whatever you want, and I chose Les Pierre à Feu and this Les Simpsons.
I remember watching Garfield in French.
What's his name?
I don't think I've ever done.
I don't know.
Jean-Luc.
You know what? Waldo's. You know where's Waldo?
No, I don't know where he is.
Charlie.
Oh, where's Charlie?
Yeah. Où est Charlie? That's what it is in French.
Okay.
Yo, man, I don't know. You guys did some cool school projects.
Cool school. Yeah.
I did some bullshit school projects.
Oh, you went to Christian school.
Yeah.
Not forget about the Christian school. Okay.
Remember our sports and lifestyle class in high school? That was the best. I got to do project on Derek Jeter.
No.
I was in like weird dumb shit, you know? Like I remember at one point, dude, okay, our teacher asked us to do a book report. Okay?
Okay.
This book report, she was like, and she gave us a set of books that are like won certain awards.
Okay.
These are like legit books.
This is back when you used to be able to read without freaking out.
Dude, this is when I used to just read whatever the fuck I wanted. So I'd read Dragonlance, okay?
What?
I know. I used to read
What's Dragonlance?
Dragonlance.
So you go play WoW for like 9 hours, then you'd read Dragonlance?
No, this is not when I played WoW. This is when I was like in grade 8. I read Dragonlance.
What is
I read like 2 novels in Dragonlance, but they were like I was obsessed about them.
What's Dragonlance?
Oh, dude, it's like a fantasy series.
Like I read Aragon. That's like a fantasy.
I never finished Aragon.
I think it was called Aragon. There was like 2 books. I think I read both of them. But anyway, what happened? What's this Dragon Lords? What's going on with it?
It was fucking.
You had to read. She gave you all these award-winning books.
She gave you these award-winning books that are like The Giver or something like that. Something like that's got like some meaning. You know, like it's like legit, like something chill.
I don't know that book, unfortunately.
The Giver? Oh.
No.
You've never read The Giver?
Nope.
Oh, weird.
Well, I don't. What is it like? The Bible? Does everyone have it? Like
why are you
floating around in hotel rooms?
I know, because I've always just assumed that you guys had a better education than I did. And
we went to a private school. We went to fucking Lindsay Place.
No, but because Lindsay Place
like jobber school.
No, Lindsay
it's
Place was a
public.
good school.
Public school. It was like
Regular
falling
school.
apart. We had too many kids to a classroom. There's 30-something kids in a class. You had to sit on the radiator if you came late because you didn't get a desk. That's where we went. You think
That's
about
the
better
school you went
education.
It wasn't like that
Jason
bad.
has a
You make
picture
it
of a
sound
cat
like-
with 3 blanks underneath it in French class.
A what?
Or 4 blanks underneath it. Sorry.
I was shooting blanks. What?
No, sorry,
Picture of
Jason.
a cat in French class
What?
with 4 blanks
I thought
underneath it. Or was that in CJUP that you had to do that?
A cat with 4 blanks.
Yeah.
Why?
Sha.
Oh, you just okay. I was like, why's he got blanks?
Oh, hold on. You guys went to so Lindsay Place was garbage?
Nah. I mean, I liked it. I don't know.
It's still public school. It's like
No,
public
you
English
guys
school
still
in
had
Montreal.
because I think that you guys are brilliant. That's why I like love. No, here's the thing. I think you guys are like some of the smartest people I've met. That's why I come back to you guys so often. That's why I've never been able to I've never had the desire to ever not have you in my life.
is you've like school wise, you've always done really well in school. That was in private school. You went to Dawson. You did really well at Dawson when you were.
I didn't do well at Dawson. I was the Van Wilder of Dawson.
That was like near the end, yeah.
Bro, no, I was a fucking idiot throughout the entirety of CJEP. I was like an idiot.
You know, we're getting good grades in the beginning.
At the beginning, when I was like, yeah, I guess I want to be a filmmaker. Yes,
like, what did I say? I said at the beginning you were really good at it.
Kind of.
Trying. You were writing a lot. You were part of the newspaper club or whatever.
Newspaper club.
Yeah, I was on the newspaper. Yeah,
I read an article called Dwa. It was sick.
Dwa.
I think
that was such a, like, if I could look back at myself and be like, yo, dude, you're a fucking Dwa, really, bro? Dwa, that's gonna be
with an asshole. And you started getting popular around then. You remember?
No.
You started getting people knew that article.
No,
they
no,
like.
no.
That's when
Nobody gave a
your
shit.
controversy
Everyone thought I was a
started.
loser. I'm pretty sure everyone thought I was a loser.
Probably.
Well, not much change there, but you're still popular or famous or whatever.
So I guess people still think I'm a loser.
No, if you didn't have a
Everyone
car,
still thinks I'm an asshole, huh? Is that it, Brad? I'm just an asshole.
Yeah, now it's just you do a Let's Talk instead of an article.
That's true. Yeah, I'm just the same asshole, the same guy saying crazy shit like that, huh?
yeah.
No,
Never.
obviously not. It's changed, evolved. It's very
Never.
different. You're
Never.
pretty much not the same person as you were back then. People look at you and they don't even recognize you. So
It was Kate that changed.
I really feel like you were replaced by aliens or something at some point. Because I've known you a long time. And
Well, we have a comment by Football Head.
oh, is that Stewie from Family Guy?
What annoys me is if it was a stereotype about a black character, the outrage would be crazy. But I think they should be allowed to stereotype anyone and any race from Football Head.
They did a lot of that.
I don't know.
No one was safe on The Simpsons. Bumblebee Man.
The Boogeyman?
No, Bumblebee Man.
Oh, yeah. The Bumblebee Man.
Comic book
Willie.
guy. Willie.
Ooter.
Carl.
Well,
Carl's awesome.
Carl was
Carl's
just
like one of the sickest
he
characters.
didn't really.
Except for they.
I
hint
always
that
thought he
might
was
be
like.
gay.
I always
don't
thought he
know,
was
but,
like.
that's not a problem.
Honestly,
It's just,
They'd always hint
I
that
don't
him
know
and
why
Lenny were gay.
yeah, well,
Really?
that's fine. It's like
Yeah.
kind of Ernie and Bert style stuff.
yeah, who cares?
No, it wasn't like that much.
It's actually like a cute love story.
Really, that's interesting. So that's the fan fiction behind him. They're like that they're gay. They have the
Sort of
manners
like
and
that.
they're
No,
gay.
it's
Smithers was openly gay, well, almost openly gay.
Yeah, he's close. Yeah, pretty
Really?
Like
Smithers
dreams of
openly
Mr.
gay?
Burns coming through the window, and he like makes that.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
when he flies in.
Mr.
When
Burns
he
like
flies in,
like a
he
dirty old
flies in. He's like this. He's like he lies this
It's like,
this old
you know
dirty
that?
man.
No, he's like
It's like dirty.
He's like,
dude.
you know that dream when they fly into the
dirty
window?
guy.
And he's like,
Mm.
oh.
Oh my god, this guy was garbage.
Wasn't he?
Who?
Wasn't Smithers a different color at one point?
Mr. Burns is
Oh,
the most garbage.
he's a great
is the most
character.
Great
Great
character. Great
character.
character.
Yeah.
Early on in the series, he's a really good villain, really good heel. Like you really hate him, and he like
He
screws
turns
over,
into
like,
he's more like nice to people later on. I
Yeah,
find.
They
Mr.
definitely
Burns,
lighten him
bro,
up.
was a rat.
He was like the villain in the early seasons, I think.
Well, no, but he's never been redeemable. He's just a forever rat. If Mr.
Mm.
Burns died tomorrow in the Simpsons,
Grizzly
it would go on. It
bear
would go on well
underwear.
without him.
I don't agree with that at all.
They should kill
Every
Vest.
character is very cherished.
They should
and
kill
love.
off Mr.
Mm.
Burns.
Even Miss Krabappel,
No.
because like her voice actor died, I believe, and even that's sad. And she wasn't even like
Phil Hartman. Troy McClure?
No, Troy McClure. Like
Troy McClure is amazing.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Troy McClure.
yeah.
Imagine, okay, if they were considering killing off Apu because to satiate the social justice mob.
I don't know if they'd have to.
So they
kill
can
him.
make
Do you
it
find it
canon.
offensive that he had so many like kids? He became like Octo Dad.
No, I don't give a fuck. most Indian parents end up like. I mean, they do end up having a lot of kids. Look,
It's stereotypes that they're playing off. That's it is what it is, right? I mean,
Flanders.
look, I can't say
Flanders is so
that I can't
good.
say that most Indian parents.
Canadian
because
Flanders is.
I don't
amazing.
know all the Indian
Oh.
parents. I don't know all the Indian parents like in
The
in
world.
fucking, no,
In the
in,
world.
in Montreal. I never really
Oh, no.
I never spent time around Indian families.
You don't, yeah, because you don't hang out with your family a lot, or you're not really connected with that community that much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I felt
You're all
like,
over the place. You're with many different communities.
No,
many
it's just
different-
that I felt like we weren't welcome anymore.
like your family in particular.
Yeah. It was just weird. It was just like we kind of like went I mean, because my mom had such an issue with like my aunt.
Yeah.
My
Is
mom
she- your aunt's part of the community here.
What community? What do you mean?
my aunt was
Indian
actually,
community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, this makes me think actually. This is really making me think. This is something I need to fix.
Your family.
Yeah, I need to fix my
So
family.
what's the beef there
Turned into a
between your mom and your
therapy
sister?
session.
What happened?
No,
Like,
it's not a therapy session. This is just me trying to think about how I can make it like how I can make our family like kind of work together really well in Canada again, because we kind of like got
Because
here,
none
had
of-
problems,
right.
and then we just split. And then obviously I had problems growing up in like a white community, it felt really fucked up for me because I feel like I get bullied often and shit like that. So it was like really like I didn't want to go out.
And you wanted nothing more than to just fit in, to just be Canadian, to just
Yeah, I just wanted to be. I just wanted to find. I've always looked at the perfect life of being a wife, kids, like dog.
Being a wife?
No, having a wife.
You said being a wife.
Having a wife. I didn't say being a fucking
I think
wife.
you did.
No, I didn't.
Get that replay. I think you did.
Did I say being a wife?
clip that.
I said being a wife. Whatever, man.
Hey, you could be a wife if you want.
What the fuck out? Yeah, exactly. If I was like, if honestly, if my wife wanted to call me like wife, I'd be like, what? Okay, whatever.
What?
I'd be like, what? If I met a wife, and she was like, yeah, you're my wife. I'm sorry, I'm the fucking husband. I'm like, all right, believe whatever you want to believe, dude. Fine. Because the only reason why I'd be married to them, would be because it's like, dude. I already think they're chill.
Do you believe in? Do you want to get married like soon?
If I met the person.
Okay, that's obvious. So let's
that
move
was
past
like,
that.
Yeah.
I need to get over my ex.
Oh, you're not over that yet?
No.
Yeah, big time. I need to get over my ex.
What have I said? That's been like part of its own back. Like,
Yeah,
What do you think
so
you can
long?
do to get over an ex?
I think you need time.
You have to just like
good-
you have
he
to
has to get good
transfer
with
all
himself.
that emotion
That's
to
gonna
someone
help
else.
anyway. He has to get good with himself too.
No. Why don't you do that? No, why don't you try to like? I don't want to get involved
Or
in
into a
someone's life.
project.
No, I don't. No, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to be anyone's project.
What?
I don't want to be anyone's project. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but you got all this pent up like sexual aggression. You just got to release on some project, you know?
yeah, okay. I don't have sexual
Not
aggression.
sexual aggression.
The fuck, bro?
But like, you know, like
What you notice is sexual
Pent-
aggression.
pent
What
up,
does that
fuck are you
mean?
talking
What does that
about?
even mean? What is this pent up
the fuck
sexual?
are you
no,
saying?
because like you know, like you got love and sex mixing around, and like you can't give it to anyone.
Yeah,
right
when
now.
you're in love with a woman, you
and
have
now
sex
you don't
with the
have
woman.
it, so all your sex and love is all mixing up, and you don't know
Oh
where
yeah,
to put it.
well honestly, that was an amazing outlet because that was like
That's
this
what
girl,
I'm saying.
this woman that was like in my life for 6 months. It was like so intense, so crazy, so fast. That I was like, oh my
It's
god,
always
this
6 months. Eh?
I was
That's
like,
when
this
you
is
say, you know, you're gonna keep going, or see you later.
I guess that's like one of the. Did something click? I don't know. Is that like a?
Every
is
time
an
I say that,
arbitrary
people are
number,
like,
or is-
"No, there's no rule." I'm like, "No, there's no rule."
No,
But,
there's
like,
no
everyone
rule.
I talk to, they
There's no
mention
rule.
6
This is a
months.
woman. This is a woman that I met. Okay, and I fell in love with almost like instantly.
Mhm.
What does that mean?
When meeting her, like actually
How?
meeting her.
I don't believe
When we
that.
had sex, when we fucking connected, when we like kissed each other, when we looked into each other's eyes when we were talking, I felt that love with her.
When did you guys first meet?
We first met.
A while back, and then the second time you just went on a date. That was when the first time you'd seen each other since
Yeah.
you saw each other when you were separate groups of friends or whatever.
No, we weren't even separate groups of friends. Here's the thing, right? Okay, this is the craziest thing. When Facebook first started, right? You know, you'd have acquaintances that you would make, and then they're just people that you thought were chill. Like, I like this guy. He does this thing that's pretty cool. I'm going to add him. You know? That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I remember that.
And I don't know. He came out with a book. His name's Matt. Like Matt. Anyway, regardless.
Matt.
His name is Matt. And
Yeah.
he came out with a book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't want to say the full name.
Okay.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if he wants
I know,
to.
it's
Like,
fine.
yeah,
Just-
exactly.
no, no, no.
Exactly.
Keep going,
what I
keep
mean.
going. It's just
Because
funny.
Matt's such a common name. So this guy ended up dating this girl, and then Facebook would notify people, be like, so and so are in a relationship,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, interesting. And then I'd see
Mine just posted that by accident. I changed my relationship status and it posted it, and I was like, oh, delete.
yeah, you just want to keep your thing private.
I was just like, I don't need to,
Then why'd you change it?
because it said single.
But then you would know it would show in a relationship, right?
Yeah, but I didn't think it would broadcast it. I didn't think it would make a post on my
Oh, it would
timeline
just
that
change and it
a
would,
bunch of people
wouldn't
started
alert
seeing it.
people you changed
Exactly.
it.
It's just,
It would be there if they
it's
went
just
to go
there. If
investigate.
someone- yeah, exactly.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. I mean, that's what I did back in the day with my first ex-girlfriend.
Mhm.
We were in a relationship together.
Mhm.
Like it showed on Facebook and it was public, and I would say things like, oh, "I love you so much," like this, I love that, you know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And we'd do this back and forth on each other's walls and shit like that.
Mhm.
So when I got dumped by her, because I got destroyed by her.
And Bison?
Yeah, let's not say that. Yeah.
Wait, no, that's the name for the Street Fighter guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing her own thing now.
Yeah, I'm just referencing a Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
Yeah. M Bison, yeah. And so at this point, like I remember like there was a girl that was dating this guy, and I was like, holy shit. After that, it was like
Mhm.
after I got dumped, I saw that she was in a relationship with him because Facebook notified everyone. And I was like, oh my God, if I could get a girl that's like that, she's so beautiful. I just thought she was so beautiful, just her picture. And I was like, whatever, it's all good, done. Never going to happen. And then I just did my own thing. And then I just, ended up meeting Kate. So then Kate was like I really feel like my real first love. And she turned me into like more of a gentleman, way more of a gentleman.
Yeah, that's true.
She reined you in quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
You had that like elevator that I refused to get in at your place. You know what I'm talking about?
You should have seen elevator in Greece. You would have
elevator that was like
really that
you'd have to
elevator?
like duck to get in, and it's like what's those things that you put the food in the dummy
dumb
waiters?
waiter?
Yeah, it was like a dumbwaiter elevator.
Yeah.
The one in Greece didn't have like the door closes, like it's like it closes like boom, and then the elevator starts moving, but there's no front panel, so you can like touch the wall as you're moving up if you wanted to. There's like no.
How fast does it go up though?
Not that fast.
There's no door.
No. Every floor has a door that opens,
Oh,
but the
yeah,
elevator
I got you.
itself doesn't have a door. So technically, you could touch the wall as you're moving up, and it was very small. And I really figured you would have a very
I would take the
hard
stairs.
time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's better for you.
Is it just a solid wall, or are there like things like
well, there's
spikes.
concrete, and then all of a sudden there's a door, and then there's concrete, and then another door, and so you could.
Interesting. I mean, I love those. I love elevators. Elevators are the coolest. And first,
them.
I love them. Elevators are sick. I'm not joking.
Really, you're just a big elevator fan.
They've always been they're like cool. If you think about it, they're like the.
There's some nice ones that have like glass, and you can see outside as you're going
I
up. There's
say
some
5 and
England
under,
that are
take
like
the
that.
stairs. 5 and over, go
No,
in the
elevators.
elevator.
I've always had a love for elevators. Okay, because if you play like a horror game
Just
or
made that
survival or what?
Nothing.
That's like the loading screen for a lot of video games. Is
What?
the elevator?
No.
Elevator?
Well, for people feel that way, but the elevator is also
I'm
a
saying
sign of
it is
safety.
yeah, but it is a fact that a lot of the time games use that as a loading screen.
Yeah, I know. It's true. But
It's mine. and it's
in
just-
horror games, they're identified as like safety.
I don't play horror games.
It feels like safety.
most of the time. Then there's ones that actually have like
Yeah.
they fuck you up on purpose.
Yeah, on
'Cause
purpose.
You think you're safe.
Yeah, Dead Space did that. Dead Space 2
Dead
did
Space
that.
is what
Yeah.
I was thinking of.
Dead Space did that. But I
Mm.
mean, traditionally they were just like you'd get to the next floor.
Yeah.
That'd be it. Oh shit, all the danger is behind you now. You're on the next floor. So
Yeah.
like I've always liked elevators and I've always
They represented
associated that.
safety for you instead of terror for Jason.
Exactly.
I don't
You're
know
like,
why
holy shit,
though. I
reprieve.
never I never dropped in one or I've never.
You ever been stuck in one?
No. That's what I'm dreading.
Right.
Because it will happen.
What would happen if it did happen to you? What would you do?
I'd probably faint. No, I don't think
Instantly faint?
I'd probably just accept it. Like obviously, but I just it's like a illogical fear.
Mhm.
But it's not that bad anymore. I can do it.
Right.
I swear I can do it.
Like, what about, we were talking about it yesterday as well, spiders. Are you afraid of spiders? If there was a tarantula in a jar right beside you here,
You go right to tarantula.
would you still sit there, or would you have to move? It's okay either way. I'm just curious.
If you have to think this long, then he's not that scared.
Give us the first thing that came to mind. Honest answers.
If there's a tarantula right there.
Yeah. Would you be like, whoa, no.
Well, I'd definitely be gone.
If the tarantula wasn't moving.
In a jar.
If it's
Or
dead.
like in
Oh, in a
one of those-
jar?
in a container.
Oh, in a container.
Crawling around.
Oh yeah, sure. In a container.
In
no
a
problem.
container, fine.
Yeah, in a container, fine. It's contained.
Yeah, same. Same for me. If it's in a container, fine. If it's sitting there, that's
Yeah, I don't give a
different. I
shit.
probably wouldn't be very
Oh
comfortable.
no. If it's sitting outside of if it's sitting outside a point where it could come and like do horrendous things to us, no, I'm
Or
absolutely.
even what if someone had it on your shoulder?
No. Do not
On your
put that on my
shoulder?
shoulder. I don't want listen.
they go sit on
Tarantulas
you and
they
chill.
don't like insects and human beings do not mix that way. Like they just don't.
You can.
What's that movie? That's Starship Troopers. Seems like there's an insect alien race. They don't think, they don't have like feelings. They just want to destroy. Because insects don't have like
I don't remember that.
Feelings,
No,
they
they were
just
controlled
kill.
by some kind of thing that actually felt something.
a big slurm bug.
Yeah, that's a sick movie, man. Oh god, they even made movies. Like they were so lenient on the movies that they make. 16+ movies would say do the craziest shit. And like I feel like nowadays,
There
like
was nudity in that movie.
And what?
Starship Troopers.
I don't remember.
Anyway.
yo, you know what I think I'm gonna do? This is gonna sound crazy, but I think I'm gonna age restrict all my videos to like over 18.
And that would benefit you how?
It wouldn't benefit me.
It would be detrimental.
It would be detrimental, 100%. But I
Good
think
idea.
that what
So you want
Good
to
idea.
want
Yeah.
to like sort of market yourself to more adult themed brands? Is that part of it?
I just want to.
You
I don't
gonna
want
put
to
on
have to
some
deal with
adult
kids.
content.
No, not like that. No, not like that. Not like that. But just like because some of the things. No, some of the things.
18 and old.
No, it's just like some of the things that I talk about. Maybe some parents may not want their kids watching what I'm talking about.
What about your live streams?
Yeah, I gotta make that for mature audience as well. You gotta be like.
Be like Howard Stern.
I'm not gonna be like Howard Stern.
Why not?
Howard Stern is Howard Stern. I'm just gonna be me. But I think the things I talk about normally are like a little bit more risque. I'm not like Howard Stern is like, yo, did you fuck her pussy? Did you fuck her ass? Did you put it in your mouth? What'd you do? Where'd you put your dick? That's pretty much what I think of when I think of Howard Stern. Hey, yeah. Tell me about that time. That's his character though. He's supposedly a really chill guy, but like that's what he's like on air. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to be like that. But I want to. I'm gonna age restrict that shit. I should probably do that.
Go for it. On the subject of love earlier, that's something that
There's gonna be bigger brands.
Like remember you were asking me if like, is everything okay, whatever. Like it's been hard. Honestly, I've been missing my girlfriend quite a bit. It's been difficult. That's a big part of it. Like it just hits me at random points and stuff. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's hard. Oh, instead of bottling that shit, you gotta talk to me.
And there's also the fact that you Kramered the shit out of me, but
I did Kramer the shit out of you. It was amazing.
Yeah, he doesn't pick up on
what a Kramer.
She cheered me up, but seeing you, I was just like, fuck. Why don't you explain to people what happened this morning?
So I pick up Ani, and just like go to pretty much just go to like, she'd been coming in. She said she was coming in like last month. I'm just so all over the place that I don't even know when she told me she was coming in. Right? So she's coming in. She told me like on Sunday, and I was like, all right, I'll pick you up. And so we were about to go back to my place just to like introduce to my parents, just talk and like chill and then we're gonna bring her around to you guys. But I was like, fuck it, let's just go straight to.
What time was it? 11? You probably picked her up at what, 10:30?
I don't even remember what time I picked her up at. Yeah, but it was early in the morning. Yeah, early in the morning. Yeah, around 11. Crazy, I don't even remember.
No, it's fine. It's just funny. It's just funny. Keep going.
Yeah,
fine.
And so so you were there, and like you're just like fuck.
Because I was like. There's a bunch of stuff I had to get done today, and I was like getting ready to like get stuff going, and then all of a sudden I hear like this, like a noise at the door.
I Kramer the shit. This.
I was like, what the fuck?
And he just like, why didn't you just say, hey, I'm coming now?
I did say it. I was like, in a way, I was like,
and then you said
you guys there?
In like the group chat, you like said something like,
yeah.
And I was like, didn't seem very serious because you're like, are you home or something? And obviously it's like it's a weekday, so he's at work. So he's like, yeah, he's outside the house. And I was like laughing, so I didn't think like anything of it.
Yeah,
it's a miscommunication.
Yeah, totally.
It was really funny though.
Also, I was just like, I was driving because I was driving and I wasn't checking my phone.
Like, when I'm not at work, I have nothing else to do. My brain's not occupied, and it's just like fuck. It just goes to that like, just sad spot sometimes.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, dude.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry about that.
That's what I'm just letting you know. That's what I was going through. Or
yeah, I got you.
Going through whatever.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
And I can understand because you're in love now, which is really fucking cool. And I don't think I've ever seen you in love.
No, I've never been in love before. Not like this anyway. Like there's different feelings and stuff that happened. I never even like really said it before since like my first girlfriend. So.
True. Yeah.
And then you come in and you pick up this thing on the table and you slam it down.
What thing?
What did you pick up?
Starbucks?
No. It was a video game.
Oh, you slammed my shit? You slammed my video game?
Yeah, fuck your game, Yakuza.
Man, there's a lot of people that disagree with you.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that disagree with me.
What is this game? Like I don't even know much about it.
It looks like a boring game.
Yakuza is a real gang in Japan, right? Or some sort of underground activity going on. And it's like the mob. It's kind of like that. It's like the mob.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a game about the Japanese
mafia. It's a guy that was trying to get into the Yakuza.
Right.
And then his best friend was trying to get in it as well. And then he showed up to like the base and he noticed that his friend killed like one of the high bosses. So he took the fall for that kill for his friend and went to jail for 10 years. And now the game starts you getting out of jail after 10 years.
This one that you picked up, this specific version.
Coming out of jail after 10 years for it's talking about it. It's like, why only 10 years for killing someone? But yeah.
He must have been on good behavior or something.
I don't know. But so you're out of jail now and you find out your friend that you took the fall for is like a rat now. Like he's going high up in the ranks and he's like completely changed. And you have to figure out like they just had like.
So no one like helps you out when you come out. They're not like waiting for you.
No, because
with,
you've
like,
been
gifts and
disgraced
shit?
and you've been banished and they've kicked you out of the Yakuza, obviously.
I thought he was doing it because then he would be like, he took the fall for these guys, so they'd appreciate it.
No,
And come
just
out
to
and be, like,
protect his
hooked up.
friend, and he took the fall, and so he was kicked out of the Yakuza.
Oh,
And
but
he
then
was
his
like-
friend kept rising up and
his
is like, fuck
friend
you
went
now?
right to the top. And the Yakuza had like 90 million stolen from them, or 900 million stolen from them. So you have to figure out like what happened.
You have to, yeah.
Because well, there's more.
You have to try to get the money back, essentially?
You have to figure out what happened because they're going after like your love interest, sort of, and she's connected.
And she waited for you
I
for
haven't
10
played
years?
the game yet, so
No, but
this
that's
is
it.
the best I can do.
This is, I imagine he knows all that. He hasn't played the game yet. That's how much he looked
Yeah.
into it.
It's kind of the
It
spiritual.
sounds cool, but like all I see is like bullshit fighting, and I see like
not-
that
yeah,
those
well, if
rhythm
you-
dancing games.
No, those are just like extra mini games. Like you can go to an arcade and play old school Sega games and stuff like they had in Shenmue.
But I
That's
see
what
him
he likes. He
I
likes
see
the
him
little
picking up
extra
fucking. He picks up motorcycles and hits them.
It's
with
hilarious.
It's a
It's
satirical
fun.
game then, I guess?
No,
But it's just like that's
the fighting is a little bit over the top. I think
it's very Japanese.
Oh wait a minute, hold
very-
on.
yeah.
It's like a modern.
the story was amazing.
Like you say, it's a lot. Is it from the makers of Shenmue? Why do people compare it to Shenmue? Simply because it's a Japanese game with the same like.
Because like you can walk like it's semi-open world. You can walk into little towns and stuff and buy things. There's little mini games. There's
Okay, dude,
arcades.
it's a modern beat 'em up like Streets of Rage, with
No,
side stuff. That's
It's kind
what
of
it
like
is.
an adventure game mixed with some beat 'em up.
No, but you don't have to like do. It's just a straight up like just action game. You like go from level to level, beating the
It's
shit
not
out
a
of people.
level. It's an open level, like with stuff happening. You know.
But there's no real puzzles or anything that you do have to do.
No, it's not a platformer.
No, but
Do you
I'm
have to do
saying,
that shit like in Shenmue where you had to carry the boxes?
Ugh.
I don't know. There might be mini games. I don't know if it's like that, but it's
Yeah, I
like
know.
the spiritual successor to Shenmue, even though Shenmue 3 is coming out this year.
Don't believe it's coming out, do you?
Apparently.
Not if I can stop it. And the only reason why I say that, not if I
What
can
did you
help
say
it.
about him and Shenmue in the Dreamcast? Like, what did you say in the group
This
chat?
guy doesn't like Dreamcast.
I know I like the Dreamcast. I liked anything that has been able to put a fucking video game on the screen to let me escape for five seconds.
What happened?
Nothing. That's just a statement.
Oh,
What?
It's a good statement.
What? That?
You
What?
need- I don't know, like anything that'll make me escape for 5 seconds.
you have a
Yeah.
genuine love for video games. You always
Yeah.
have because you've tried to escape.
Fuck, man.
lots
It's
of
like
things.
yeah, like when
Always try to escape.
there's so many times when I play a video game just off. I've played video games off stream for the longest time.
Pretty much your whole life.
I think
Like
all
from
three
as
of
soon
us-
early as
Yeah.
you can remember, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
yeah, all three of us have for sure. I mean,
No, but you haven't. I don't feel like you guys put in as many hours as
No,
I did.
definitely not.
it depends on
No,
the
no.
game. Your hours have been sickly.
certain-
I mean,
only
there's
certain
games I was
games.
addicted to, of course, like RuneScape and
No, but there's a
Counter-Strike.
while-
Remember,
there's
I was playing
World
Cal,
of Warcraft.
Cal Live
I
Counter-Strike.
was
Never
addicted
played
to World
that.
of Warcraft.
Never
That was
even
Counter-Strike
played it.
1.5. I was playing 6 hours a night. I'd get home from school, start playing. Yeah, Counter-Strike.
Oh, Counter-Strike.
When I built my PC and everything like that.
I
my
never had a
first
good
one.
computer. That's why I missed
Yeah.
all that.
You had like Mario versus Luigi history.
Oh,
adventure
Mario's
game.
missing.
Yeah,
Mario's missing for like MS-DOS.
Yeah.
Nah, it was all right.
Yeah, I had the NES since I was born. Every day after school, I'd try to play that, and then eventually Megan, my sister, won the Sega Genesis from Toys R Us, and she was only a baby.
How'd
And then
you-
we had that.
What was the contest?
It was just like put your name into a draw, and you could either win a truck full of toys or a bunch of different prizes. Somehow she won a Sega Genesis with all these games, 2 controllers. I think we had like, I don't know, we had a whole bunch of stuff with it. And then we got our Super Nintendo. I was very,
Man, my
I was very
parents,
lucky. Very
like,
fortunate.
my parents kept the video games away from me completely.
Yeah.
They like did not really want me playing video
And
games.
that's why when you
at
got your hands on them,
Oh
you
my
went
God.
nuts.
all. Oh yeah.
Well, remember when you had the Super Bowl party at your house and he was trying to play like Grand Theft Auto? Remember
Didn't
that?
he play for? Oh yeah, during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Party. That's true.
That's
Yo.
like one of the first times I ever seen you, and we're trying to watch football, and he's like, yes, just like killing people driving around in Grand Theft Auto. Like,
Were we all in the same room when, like
yeah,
with the
he-
multiple
there was,
TVs
like,
set
multiple
up?
TVs. I'm like, who the hell
Yeah.
is this? Why did he come here to play?
I always
Grand
had
Theft
like
Auto?
one of those old TVs with like the wooden top, and I'd put another TV on top of it so I could watch TV and play video games at the
He
same
just
time.
wanted to be like part of it, but he didn't give a shit about football. So he's like,
Yeah, well, at least you were still there, part of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
But
just-
then you saw video games, and you're like,
It's almost like I was almost streaming in a way for people at a party.
in a way.
Liar.
Remember my house parties that we'd have? You'd be on the computer.
That's
a lot
kind
of
of
the
if
time.
you think about it. I was almost streaming for people at a
Like a
party, like
stream concert.
people who wanted to hang out with me just to like just chill with me
Which
while I
was
play
no
a video
one.
game. they like hung out.
You should do that live, like actual live streams.
Fuck
You
yeah,
should
I'd
live
love to
stream
do that.
from-
If people just wanted to come and hang out around me and play video
It'd
games,
be like a talk show.
it doesn't even matter. They could like, I could literally like have a bed behind me. If
Live
they just want to
stream
hang
on
out
my
and
birthday.
just sleep.
What about my birthday? In a couple weeks, live stream from our place. And if you're playing like Fortnite and stuff, people take turns coming to the
You
stream.
did that once, didn't you? At a bar, remember? I remember you were streaming at a bar once.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, but it was so.
You were kind of like in the
At a bar,
corner
it'd be
though.
sick.
I was in the corner. They put me in a corner.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, you're streaming in the basement toilet. Okay, sorry. You should have been like, I thought you were gonna be like, you know,
We're gonna get this guy to advertise for us for free. We're gonna stick him in a fucking corner and not talk to him, not tell anyone what's going on. He's just gonna be in the corner playing video games like a weirdo. That's not actually what happened, but it's funny.
yeah.
It's true. And I feel like I was next to the bathroom too.
Yeah, probably.
It's a sick time.
I feel like I was next to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Was I next to the bathroom?
I don't know.
Oh no, I was, dude. I was in a corner. Okay, but the bathroom entrance was but I was like pretty much the bathroom was like one thing. There was like a wedge in that bar. Oh man, that was awkward. I was playing a game. I didn't really feel it that night. I didn't feel that. I was like, yo guys, come to this bar, hang out.
No, you
this
weren't.
bar.
You didn't really advertise. You didn't really make a bunch of videos about it. You really didn't push it.
You weren't the
like you were
marketer
expecting.
you are now. I think that was the problem.
That's also part
No,
of it.
but
yeah.
I also did not give a shit. Also didn't give a shit.
Well, there you go.
Enough. Didn't you want to bring up something?
I thought I was garbage. I just thought I was a garbage person, so I was like, whatever. I didn't really
like at streaming or in general.
in general. Like I was like, whatever. Who cares?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put much
Yeah.
effort into the stream at that point. I was like, I don't care. But that's when I met Alana Pierce.
I don't know who that is.
Alana Pierce is from IGN.
Oh right, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, I remember now.
Mitch Dyer. I also met Mitch Dyer. There was another guy that I met. Followed him, and I don't know. He seemed like I think he was doing something at the company. I don't remember what it was. You're getting hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, I met both of them, and they both just seemed really nice. They all just seemed really nice. And Alana just was a really good DJ. She was a good DJ that night. That's what I remember. The music being good. That's one thing I remember from that night. The music was fucking perfect.
We were talking about marketing a little bit earlier before it started, and we talked about how you started getting into marketing, and the first thing that you started to do was advertise for cannabis brands. And what did you want to elaborate on? Were you talking about strains? What were we talking about that you wanted to elaborate on?
What do you mean?
Like I started bringing it up, and you said, no, we're going to talk about this on the podcast. Was it?
It's more about, and with cannabis brands, the issue isn't so much like the brand. It's the advertising ethics around it. So like, that's where like, it's funny, we're talking about marketing. We're supposed to be talking about a poo, but whatever, we're talking about everything.
We'll finish off with a poo.
Yeah, we'll finish off with a poo, but like,
I think we've been going. How much time do we have left?
Probably like 20 minutes.
Okay, cool.
has it not been an hour yet?
It's 11. We didn't start at 10. We started like 10:15, 10:20, I think.
Did we start at 10:20? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we keep going.
So there's ethics in marketing. You have to.
Is there really though? Is it like a rule, or is it just like a
Unwritten rules.
You
There's not
you can't market cigarettes to fucking kids. Okay.
But they,
Like a person,
You're not supposed to.
the
You're not
market
supposed to have
alcohol,
over the
though.
years. Like
they have, but
Make it cool?
now you don't. Like if you want to be a marketer, all right, you have to make sure that like the reason why they stopped marketing.
but nothing's stopping from someone from doing that if they wanted to.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, there's
Right.
could be a guy who just can hawk fucking cigarettes to kids all the time if he wants, you know?
Like Imperial Tobacco could very easily, subliminally or very sneakily make moves.
Well, they're not
to
allowed
make
to
people wanna
make
get some
commercials
into
at
it.
all anymore, are they? To market cigarettes, right? It's only
that I
commercials
know
saying
of.
that you're gonna die if you
Yeah,
smoke.
exactly.
No, they can't. But like it's like in some situations. Here's how you want to hear. Okay, how I would market a cannabis brand would be this, right? I would contact, because now people have these they definitely have like content in which they are actively talking about consuming cannabis in America and joking about it. So if you think about the show Workaholics,
Yeah.
Workaholics has got like dudes just kind of being stoners.
Stoner movies
in
have been
America.
around for a long time, right? It's getting more popular and more popular. Like Seth
Exactly.
Rogen, for example.
Exactly, right?
Talks about it openly on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. and
Exactly.
stuff
We're all
like that.
It's legal there.
talking about openly. But
Oh yeah, in California.
but
too,
they were talking
especially,
about
yeah.
openly before it was like anything. It felt like anything. I think it was way before that happened. there were still jokes about that kind of. How long has cannabis been legal in California?
I have no idea.
Not that long, right? 2 years.
Really not sure. Well, like Cheech and Chong have been,
exactly.
making
That's
weed movies for a long time.
Exactly.
Before we were born.
Yeah. So the way I would market a cannabis brand would be I would find a way to insert a brand that is so similar and close to our brand, the real brand that exists in real life, so similar and close, and then put it inside of a pitch it to a studio for like providing it to that character. So pretty much they would make a fake brand that sounds super similar to our brand, but isn't our brand at all.
So ideally, that's something you would have wanted to do with like 1964 or something like that.
Yeah. Like so you're not really advertising. It's not advertising that. It's just advertising like its own its own thing. It's just doing its own thing.
So it'd be like 1963.
Yeah, it'd be like 1963 because we have the brand here. It's 1963, and like obviously, if they're covering cannabis inside of this episode anyway, if the focus around it is cannabis,
mm-hmm.
then I would just fucking create phony fucking amazing
Ideally,
catchy.
If you could put 1963 in a show or in something right now, what would you be putting it in?
Workaholics. They'd be like, yo, 1960. This new. They'd just like be.
You'd want something like kind of like not something super popular, but chill enough.
But I haven't seen Workaholics in its entirety.
Like the first thing that came to my mind would be like Rick and Morty or something.
I don't even know if Workaholics. I need to start watching Workaholics again. I started watching it, then I stopped.
I've never seen it.
Me neither.
You never seen Workaholics? You'd love Workaholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys would love Workaholics. It's a good show. I'm surprised you guys haven't seen it. I thought you guys were all over that stuff, and I never tell you about this stuff because, I assume that you guys are already on it. Or you don't give a shit.
What channel is it on?
Well, I think now you can get on Netflix and stuff.
So like, what channel was it on?
I
only watch HBO.
Yeah.
It's on.
Did you watch Westworld?
No.
You should watch Westworld.
Is it on
It's
HBO?
on the Comedy Network,
Yeah.
I think.
Damn.
It was on the Comedy Network.
That's
Or
why I
was
knew
it
you
on?
like it.
Fuck. You have my phone.
Did you watch Westworld?
You have my phone. I don't remember.
Good.
What it
You don't
was.
need your phone.
Yeah.
But Westworld, do you watch it?
No.
What?
I watched the first two episodes.
You would love that.
That's so
universe.
weird, 'cause that's
would
what you
love that
always
universe
talk
so
about.
much.
You talk about that a lot.
No, but really?
Yeah.
AI.
AI.
I know, but like,
A world where you could go in and do anything you want because they're AI.
yeah, but
So
I would.
Wild
then
Wild
they-
West style.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want to these things because they're just AI, and they at the end of the day they're dead. They just fix them and put them back out there.
I just didn't.
That's what
Yeah,
you think.
I understand that, and they probably do some really, really crazy, fucked up things.
Of course, and it gets more fucked up as time goes on. But would you want to go to an amusement park that was like that?
No,
I don't think so. No.
because no, I wouldn't want to
I'm
because they're
surprised
like,
you say that though.
Well, no, because they're actual like if they're perfect to that point where they're supposed to be AI, so believable that they're real. Like the only reason why you're engaging them in that way is because they're the realest possible, and they actually feel so real that you can live out these fantasies that you're not able to live out in real life. So they're like realer than real.
They
okay?
market it as like a video game though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But
but
what if they start slipping real people in there?
That'd be really fucked up.
Like that they wanted to.
I haven't
off.
seen it. I haven't seen the show.
I
Have you
haven't
the show?
seen. No, I haven't seen it.
That-
So
that-
I'm
that- nothing.
think they would do
no.
that.
just speculating.
Well, let's just say, yeah, he's speculating if that existed. Could you do that? Yeah. But why? What were the reasons why you wouldn't want to go to this sort of theme park?
Haunted.
If it was available to you and they're like, yeah, we want you to come here because it's good for our brand. Tweet about it, whatever.
Well, that's
We'll
different.
let you in for free.
If they're allowing crazy shit to happen,
You can do whatever you want. The game itself plays out normally unless you do something crazy.
but it's the
There's
actual.
storylines that are in there and
But you
stuff
still
like
kill.
No,
You
no,
still
but
kill
it's
them,
the
right? Because you
actual
pretend to be a
involved
sheriff and
act.
stuff.
that. You could kill them if you
Yeah.
want. Yeah. there's
No, but it's the
different
actual
situations.
involved act, which I find is so much more detrimental. Like if you were actually training constantly to kill something over and over again, like, and you kept coming back over and over again to live out the same fantasy over and over again,
It's almost too realistic.
it's almost too realistic, and yeah. So you're now trained perfectly to like kill someone or kill something in a certain way because you've done it so many times, while everyone else is just doing their own thing. That's what
you would
would
want to play that game. You'd want the story to restart itself. You wouldn't like to just live through it as it goes. Is that what you're
No.
saying?
I'm not saying it. I'm saying like there's a difference between actively being part of a real life video game where you're fucking killing everything versus being part of a virtual one.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be virtual.
Right.
Virtual.
Okay,
Something
yeah,
that
I get what
feels
you
as
mean.
real as possible.
Yeah.
But it's virtual.
But it
It's
can't
still
be
not
like physically
you
there.
physically.
It can't be
robot in your
Holding
face.
Exactly.
a gun, shooting someone in the face.
Exactly. It's got to be
I wouldn't
virtual.
even want to do that.
I know.
That's it. If you did that,
I'm
that's
just
like
curious.
that's the actual act, all right?
Mhm.
Whereas virtual is all in your head. So you can do the craziest things in your head, the craziest fucked up things in your head, but that's just your head.
And so no matter how real it seems, it's still a video game.
It's
Someone
still
said,
just in your head.
Someone said video games don't cause violent behavior.
Yes, video
But
games.
obviously,
I think that
either.
video games alleviated for me a lot of the violent
You got it all out, eh?
behavior
Yeah.
I felt like I had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I wanted to sometimes I just wanted to beat the shit out of some people. The longest time I wanted to beat the shit out of some people. And like at the time, possibly I wouldn't have been able to beat the shit out of them, most likely. Depends. Maybe some, but others no. You know, there's some people that were like,
Someone said 500,000 people got arrested for weed last year in America. You think that's true?
Possibly. That's
insane. If
waste.
that is the case. I want to see the stats. 500,000 is a nice crisp round number.
yeah.
It's like, yo, 500,000. Oh shit.
That's it.
And then we're gonna go tell our family that. Like, hey, 500,000. I want to see the actual number.
Another thing that I wanted to bring up that
I
someone
don't have my phone though. I don't have my God phone with me.
brought up
It's
tonight
there.
is that apparently Syria was bombed tonight. So retaliation because of Syria supposedly attacked its own civilians using chemical weapons. And then Russia came out and said this was staged. We have proof that it was staged or whatever. And then this coalition of the United States, Great Britain, all these guys come in and they bombed their chemical weapons plants and fields or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So now they think that a war could be imminent.
That's way over my
Now,
comprehension.
it's tough because, you know, war is always horrible. But if it is true and they did, in fact, kill their own citizens with chemical weapons, you know, do we not, as the developed world, have to try to do something
of course,
to stop it?
Of course, if you're using chemical weapons, if the guy is using chemical weapons, if the guy is being like Hitler, I haven't read enough about this to actually really be
Me
like
neither.
100%.
We don't know a lot about
Right,
this.
exactly.
Let's preface
It's so
it with
like
that.
it's so like there's so much
We just
information
read
everywhere.
a headline from this basic that we don't know all the information yet.
Exactly. So like,
And I've read like news leading up to this point. Like
Yeah.
how I said that, you know, Trump increased the military budget by so much money that he's got all these new toys. They're going to want to use it somewhere at some point. They're not just going to sit on it. And this, you know, is this legit? If it is, then it's a great opportunity to use it. But at the same time, could it just be an excuse to go to war against someone they don't like? This guy Assad, or, you know, even though he has a very bad mind.
If it is, that's really fucked. I think we should probably look into it. Like, I think that's something.
We'll
But
never, I don't think
but
we'll
if
ever
it's-
find the truth. But
Someone said
how-
Assad went to Oxford.
no, I'm not. There's no doubt
that
he's
true?
intelligent. I mean, to take over a country, you
true?
have to, and to take
To
over,
take over
and
a
run a
country?
country, you probably have to be pretty smart.
No,
to take
no.
over a country, you have to be one of the smartest people.
No, I know it, but is it true that he went to Oxford?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not surprising. Yeah.
What? They're all going to Oxford? What's going on?
No,
in
no,
Oxford?
you have to look up. You have to look it up. That's like something you have to look up. I want to make sure that it's 100% sure, and not some fucked up article somewhere. Can you look that up?
Anyway, keep going. How does it affect the story that much anyway? If he went to Oxford?
Well, it's just like
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't find it surprising that he did, but it doesn't really matter.
no. I just think that obviously it's like the people I feel really underestimate leaders. They underestimate leaders all the time.
Mhm.
Like I think that's the craziest thing. They underestimate leadership constantly. They're always saying like Trump is stupid. All right.
Mhm.
They're always saying like, and in both sides will say something about the other leader. They'll be like Hillary's an idiot. All right.
Brock's an
Trump is
idiot.
stupid.
Whoever.
But
George
are
Bush.
any of
I've
these
never heard
people-
anyone say Brock's an idiot like in person to me. Usually,
I see people say Barack's an idiot on my
Barack.
timeline, like in my
No, I
mentions
know.
sometimes
I'm
for
talking
sure.
about real life. Like people I hang out with never say that. We all like
There's a lot of
we were rocking with.
like
Barack.
you were asking someone. one of
No,
our
I
other
know
friends,
people who are like Barack is like they
Maybe
don't
you
like
do.
Barack.
I'm saying I don't.
Oh, you know, well, whatever.
Whatever, Jason. Damascus.
Oxford. Who the fuck said Oxford? Who said that shit?
You gonna call them out
I
loud?
don't know.
Who said that shit?
Someone.
Someone fucked
Whatever.
up. Either way,
I'm not gonna call.
But
him
that's
out.
crazy. Like it's crazy. Like there's a guy who makes like a convincing sentence. He could be like anything, and then some talk show host will be like, "Oh, really? Wow, that's so. I
also-
heard that on the internet."
I also saw the other
Not
day that
getting- not
apparently
getting-
a Greek fighter jet was shot down by Turkey the other day as well. It was like that whole area is getting like,
Is that for real though?
yeah. It was a reputable news source. I don't know if it's been proven or not yet, and of course they deny it. But a fighter jet did go down, and a pilot was killed.
A Greek fighter jet.
Mhm.
And you heard this through
The news.
The news meaning, who gave this to you?
It was on, when you swipe left on your iPhone, it's in that news there. I have like some news sources at the bottom.
Really?
Apple News, yeah.
Apple News said that there was like a Greek.
It's a link to mostly reputable news sources. I don't remember which one right off the top of my head there, but I was reading the article and I was like, they have lots of beef over because Greece and Turkey are right beside each other, so there's like all these different islands and stuff. There's always beef.
They shot a fucking
potentially. Seems like that whole area is.
Well, then also Ukraine. I mean, if you think about what's going on with Ukraine,
Ukraine's fucked up too.
Yeah, they did some crazy shit in Ukraine. Like
Russia,
fucking Putin tried to do a little sneak attack right there. It was crazy. What the fuck was that about?
I think they took part.
Straight up. I mean, regardless, he successfully did because Ukraine is doing caca. And you know what happened? That was at the same time as when Sterling and I were working on that app Nod.
Nod.
Yeah, Nod. Remember the app Nod?
Right.
The dating app.
He actually in the beginning, right? He's the one that told you to do the Indian accent, and he's actually right. It is a really good character, and you should do it more. Yeah. But obviously, saying do it all the time and don't do anything else was
he liked the accent.
It is a really good idea, and he's right. Like he is good at what he does. He's really good at streaming and.
I think ultimately you don't want to be like get famous like that though, right? And
yeah,
you go on like late night TV, it's like
you have to do that accent.
Like that Miranda Sings girl. Like now she's trying to be like maybe she is. I don't. She's like legit without the character. But I was watching her on like Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy something, one of the Jimmys.
Yeah.
And like they got her to do the character, of course, because she's just sitting there like being herself, and everyone's like, do the character, and she's like, all right. She probably loves doing it. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like imagine having to do that all the time. People talk to you, and they really just want to talk to the character.
Yeah, I know. It'd be weird. I think that's
why you got to get famous with the character, then ditch it, and hope that they don't forget you.
Being typecast in the acting world is a good thing. You want to get typecasted because that means you're going to get work. Yeah. But it can also be detrimental to you as well.
You have something to be typecast, right? The orange.
I don't really have best friend or the bad guy or I got to embrace
white ass skin.
I'm like your pops.
Yeah.
Who always sends me the dark emojis.
What?
Well,
he only uses like the colored emojis.
He's mixed.
Oh, okay, really?
Because he's mixed, yeah.
Yeah.
But he likes to like really push it.
Kidding.
It's also funny. Like it's just.
Oh, he really pushes the colored emojis?
Like it's like a meme.
I don't really use the colored emojis that often.
I just use the yellow one.
The yellow one? Oh, that's
like the standard.
The Simpsons skin.
Yeah. Cartoon skin.
Yeah. Technically, all the emojis are the same color as Simpsons.
But they have the right amount of fingers where I don't think Simpsons characters do.
I know, but they have the same colors as Simpsons. If you think about that.
Black Jesus knows stat. He's talking about stat.
And what about Black Jesus?
Agario streams. What's Agario?
He likes to play.
He started off playing Agario.
Yeah, because it was like kids could play it. It's free to play. It's kind of like a modern version of Snake multiplayer. Snake? You eat these balls or whatever. You're a big ball, and you eat other balls, and your ball grows. And if your ball is bigger than someone else, you can absorb them.
Okay.
And eat them.
Okay.
And it's free to play. You could join a server. Everyone can play together, and he would talk, and he's entertaining as he plays it. So.
Remember you guys did the Super Mario blindfold.
That was so good.
That was pretty funny.
That was really good. You should do more of that shit.
That was funny. It's true, huh?
Yeah.
But I didn't like doing the accent, man. I know. It felt like I was doing everything that I wanted to do, but with an accent, just so I could be like, it's fake. You know?
Now that you're big and known and stuff, you should have a stream, like I said, once a week where you do that accent.
No, but the thing is, like, the reason why I don't do the accent anymore is because now I say whatever I wanted to say with the accent and without worry. Like,
it's like a TV show. We know who you are. We know you're not that character. But when you play that character, it's funny.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, I guess I don't know. It's like. I did it for the.
What the fuck?
And I'm to keep moving it closer, huh?
Like you moved the whole table. It went right in my face.
Yeah.
So I did this.
I guess like. What the fuck?
That's what you did. That scare you?
And Bunty, do you know who Sarah Hatcherby Sanders is?
She was in my stream earlier, like in the when I was like doing this. It was 2 Sundays ago. I did a call-in show type stream when I got suspended, essentially. Oh yeah, it was when I was suspended. I did a call-in thing.
Yeah,
just chilled that night, and I just had people in my Discord. We talked, and every time Sarah came in, she just wouldn't be able to work her mic.
Oh, okay.
And so we kept throwing her out. We're like, what the hell are you doing?
Why, she got beef?
No, she just said, "I'll beat y'all asses in Super Mario."
No.
And I think she knows
you won't be in Mario Kart. Won't be in Super Smash Bros.
I don't think that's gonna happen with these guys. Like, Yeah, unless you're like a pro, like stream. I'm pretty sure pro streamers would beat the shit out of you guys every day.
At what? Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we wouldn't get one kill on them. I don't think.
Yeah.
In what, like Smash Bros?
But you're talking about like normies.
Or Mario Kart, they would lap me.
I don't
You'd be able to destroy any normie.
No, I would definitely try.
We had good fun playing. Have you ever played Mario Kart drinking game?
No.
Drunk driving or something.
Yeah. So basically, how does it work?
I think you have to chug the beer before you finish the race, and you can. Anytime you sip it, you have to stop.
You have to be completely stopped in order to
While
drink.
you're drinking, you have to be stopped. You can't drink and drive.
And you have to finish your drink by the end of the race.
Finish the beer. So you could just chug
beginning.
it right before and then just race normally, or you could go race normally, stop at the finish line, then chug it, or you can
I
chug
did
it
that one time.
along the way.
It was so far ahead.
I don't like chugging beer, so I always lose.
And then cross the finish line. But you would probably chug it right at the beginning.
Yeah. Or I wouldn't drink it at all.
Well, then
it has to be finished by the time you finish the race.
Because drinking games are just go over
so
my
you
head.
wouldn't play. Okay.
Probably. I just.
What do you mean drinking games are over your head?
I mean, like, I never liked Mario Kart.
Which one? You don't like drinking or Mario Kart or both?
You said you don't like drinking games.
And also,
you don't think if we played like
really
some
Mario
sort of
Kart guy.
Fortnite drinking game or something, you wouldn't enjoy that? Or a Siege drinking game? Insurgency drinking game? Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto drinking game would be great. That's great,
right?
But I wouldn't be able to do Insurgency because I loved Insurgency to the point where I wanted to be so good at it.
Yeah,
and then
you couldn't.
Same thing with Siege, right?
You haven't experienced what we've experienced in terms of pre-drinking and playing a sports video game before you go out. We used to always drink and play NHL, or in the UK, would always drink and play FIFA.
They would take it so serious
every time.
When I was in Ontario,
we didn't take it that serious.
We call it
stuff, we just had fun.
He's like, yo, drinks and chell. And I play my friend in Kingston, and like he was
Drinks
so good at, and you'd have to take a
Canadian.
shot. You take a shot every time you scored, and the games were like 8 to 10.
Oh my god!
So like you're done.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
It was like you take a sip every time the ball goes out of bounds. Sip X amount of sips every time there's a goal.
You take a
I'm talking about in FIFA. It's like more reasonable. Ball goes out of bounds, sip. A goal, the other person has to take 5 sips or something. Like, I don't know. There's just different.
Play NBA 2K, take a shot every time you hit a 3.
You never played Wine Jenga? Wine Jenga is a good game. You take a glass of wine, put it in the middle. You take the bottle of wine, you pour in as much as you can, and you pass the ball around. The person who makes it spill off the glass and onto the paper towel at the bottom has to drink the glass.
I never played that.
So you have like an overflowing glass of wine that you have to drink. It's funny. It's usually after you've drank a bunch or you played like a drinking card game, end up with Wine Jenga, and you're like shaking and you're trying to get that last one tiny drop in before it spills because you don't want to drink that fucking glass because you're already drunk. It's really fun.
Yeah, we got to try it out then.
Yeah,
try it out. Yeah.
Really sick.
Yeah, but I've never done it before. I've never really like thought of it that way because I think I'm overly competitive in games.
I think a lot of us are, I think.
Huh?
A lot of us are to a point where
only
it gets
when we play
not
each
fun
other,
to play,
though.
and I stop.
I know.
I'm just not even gonna play.
I can really imagine.
I don't enjoy it.
I can really imagine Rainbow Six Siege not being fun to play with me. Fuck that.
Oh no, it's not. I would
If you
never
were
play
playing
with
against
you.
Justin and Evan,
I feel
and they
bad
were really
for,
good, and they could beat you a lot of the time. It would be intense for you.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be able to beat me.
They're surprisingly good at games when they start playing.
I don't think Justin and Evan would ever be able to, like, if we were all playing, like, let's say we were all playing to try to be pro.
Right.
Okay. If we had that time to dedicate to a game, I don't think they would.
Hypothetically.
I don't think they would ever be able to beat me.
Any kind of game.
In a shooter game.
In a shooter game, 100%.
Sports games.
Dude, I used to destroy them in Call of Duty. Destroy them.
Sports,
100% they'd kill me. I'd be demolished. Sports, they would like literally just wipe the floor with me.
Yeah.
Kidding me? Like sports, they're way better.
I think they could get better at the shooter than you could get better at the sports games. Like they could get to a close level to compete with you in shooters.
Yes, because
and you would not get to a 100%
level because it's too late for me. It's too late for me. Whereas with video games, with sports,
I don't think it's ever too late. I think you'd have to start to get into a sport.
Oh, sports! No, fuck the sports.
Yeah, sports video games. You thought we were talking about real sports? No, sports video games.
Yeah. Oh shit. I told me sports. I'm like, fuck, these guys are
not real sports.
These guys both played basketball.
They would destroy you in the video game too.
Okay. You don't think that I would be able to? Fuck, I hate playing sports games.
Yeah.
If you had to, if you just got into it, take that piece out of your brain. You're playing professional.
Okay, all right.
And you're into it.
I think that if I was really into it, no, I wouldn't. No.
You don't think you could learn the mechanics of it?
Not well enough. No.
No, exactly. Anyways,
they've always been like there.
It looks like we should wrap it up. So, what do you think about Apu?
Really? That's it? We're gonna end. That's how we're gonna end it.
Well,
And
there's a lot of
however
people
you
that say
want.
Apu is very problematic.
Yeah.
Coming from
I don't know how many
someone
people are saying it, but
who is of the race of the character in question.
yeah, you should
How do you
have all the
personally
answers
feel about it?
because
You just tweeted out about this guy,
Yeah.
this some dude who's Indian.
Who, by the way, I've
Who's-
never heard of until recently.
And apparently he's very
a lot
upset.
of people are saying that.
Is he upset because he wants attention, or is he upset because he actually thinks like Apu's like really problematic?
I wouldn't, say it's all because he wants attention.
I don't want to
That's
cast aspersions
that's
on
kind
him.
of unfair. I don't know.
I agree. I'm
don't know.
I'm trying to set the two
I need to watch.
extremes.
I need to watch his
And
film.
where do you think
first.
he falls?
I need to watch the whole thing first
Yeah.
too. I don't want to be able to dismiss
Okay, so
every single
forget
thing he
his
said.
thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on Apu, just alone.
Yeah.
My thoughts on Apu are that I've never looked at him while watching The Simpsons and thought, Dad, is this what I'm gonna be? Like, this is my job. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna own a fucking convenience store.
You never like associated yourself with him. He was always something else.
Of course not. The reason why I never associated myself with him because I knew about my dad and my ancestry. They've never owned I don't. Okay, in the last few generations, they've never owned, apart from separated my mother's side. Okay, my mom's.
All right, no, your dad's side. We're talking
My
about
dad,
your dad's side.
dad's side.
Yep.
Okay.
He comes from prestigious. lineage.
Prestige to the max. My dad grew up with a silver spoon. Like, this guy was set
British
for
military. He lived on British, part of the British colony, integrated with British people.
From what I understand, the property that his grandfather owned, came from the British. Came from something like the British.
And people could argue that wasn't their land to give or something, but regardless of that, he did things that were honorable and military wise and stuff like that.
My great grandfather saved lives. That was his job. He was a doctor, so he's a doctor trope, right? But
nothing wrong. That's the
there's nothing with
military
that.
doctor.
He really hooked it up. He was like the village doctor on top of that, so he would help people. My dad would help him in his surgery. My dad would be around in the surgeries.
No way.
Yeah. My dad would be watching. He'd see things that happen. He'd see surgeries that would occur, and it was really, really chill for him. And he learned a lot about that stuff. My dad also has a degree in biology, I think.
Really?
Yeah, but it was computer
What does he
science,
think of
biology.
your biology? What does he think of this?
My dad thinks I'm fat all the time. My dad calls me fat all the time, but I also call my dad fat.
Exactly.
Go up to my dad, I'm like, hey, fat.
And you call everyone in your family fat.
Oh, yeah, I call everyone fat. Call my friends fat. Call anybody
Did
fat.
you ever
Anybody
get teased
fat.
though because of Apu, or did it ever?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
That's
People
what
would
they're
go poo. Yeah, that happens
Really?
all the Oh
Okay.
man, dude, it's
that's
still
what,
happens?
so then,
Blinko made a meme of it.
Mm.
Guess who he labeled as a poo?
No,
he
but
put
I mean
all
when
these
you're-
YouTubers, I guess the YouTubers that he really enjoys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and he put me up there.
You've memed him as Apu before. You've Apu'd him
When
when you were young, like high school days.
did I?
Like MS.
I
Paint.
drew Apu. I remember that. I
Yeah,
drew
for
the
sure.
actual Apu because he's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Him and Mo, I think.
Yeah, Mo is.
Mo is my favorite character, no doubt. Mo's amazing.
Mo is
Mo is so good.
so ugly.
You hit him with one of
He's
these.
so
What an
good.
ugly man.
Remember when he got the facelift though, and he was
Oh, yeah.
pretty, and they put him on the calendar?
What was his boxing?
I
name?
don't remember that episode. How old is that episode?
It's old enough that it was good.
Was it Gorgeous Mo or something?
Kid Mo.
Kid Mo, and
Yeah,
then he
when-
became.
It went down to Kid Mo.
Oh yeah, what did it
Yeah.
start as?
He became handsome. I don't remember that.
It was
episode.
He
got
got a
surgery.
facelift, and then and then he was on a soap opera. But then and then he says, "I don't need this soap opera anymore." And then like the wall fell on his face, and he was ugly again.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I don't understand. It's like, why did it just go back to my old face?
Yeah, I need to
Call
watch
it out
this
right
episode.
away. It's really
I
good.
feel like we need to watch some of the old.
I want to
Best
like
of
start
most.
it over, like episode 1, and
There's a lot of episodes of The Simpsons that are like some of the greatest episodes of TV ever.
Yeah, but I
There's a
forget.
story
But I
and there's,
forget.
like-
I've forgotten so many.
Yeah,
of
but
them
I'm saying
because
that's
I
why you
haven't
should watch them because they're like really heartfelt and like some of them are hard to watch. You're like, ooh, like there's some good lessons here.
Yeah, they
Back
always
when they had
usually
really
wrap
good
it up.
writing.
No matter how crude or whatever it is, they have a message in there.
I remember
Yeah.
I remember the Simpsons episode where he's about to cheat on
with Mindy.
on Marge.
And
Yeah.
Eve, how is
Simmons.
it? Redhead's always the evil marriage wrecker.
Oh man.
Rightfully so. They deserve that.
Yeah.
Fucking gingers.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
What?
Redheads are the ones that.
Oh, he's
marriage
saying.
wreckers, or they're
No,
always like
but
the
do you
side
remember? Do you
person.
remember that episode?
Yeah, of course.
Where, like-
she was a redhead.
And
But she didn't have anybody.
no.
She was just like. Okay,
I'm not saying
exactly.
a cheater.
Oh yeah, she was just like, yeah, exactly, at work,
Hmm.
and yeah, okay, got it, yeah, okay. That
And
was
then,
it. I just want to know if I remembered it properly.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Marge went to like, she got a T-shirt made with her face on it, and
Yeah.
she's like, I think she said it was like 2 for 1, so she got one for Homer, but like it smudged it.
It's smudged
So
it
it
on
was a
his-
smudged Marge face on it, and he was wearing it when he was about to cheat on her, and his shirt popped open, and her face was there,
Yeah.
and someone was in the hall with like a steam cleaner,
Yeah,
so it
they're
was
like,
like,
He was making the
like
noise that
Marge's
Marge would
noise.
make.
So they went and he just like ran out. Great
Oh
show.
my
There's
God.
too much good stuff, like too many memories.
Oh my
too
god!
many-
So he was about to, but he never did, and he because he loved Marge, and he would never want to.
Oh,
do
he
Marge.
wouldn't do that. It's the best thing he's.
Yeah.
I know.
Marge
'cause
is
Marge,
like-
he,
Marge
he
is
fell in
so
love with
amazing.
Marge.
Marge is
Everyone
amazing.
wants Marge. They all say she's so hot, and she comes
Oh.
from like a prestigious family.
She's so.
Marge
she's-
doesn't come. Marge, what kind of family? does
Puts
she
up
come
with
from?
all his shit. the
Uh,
Bouviers.
I don't know if they're. I don't know. I don't know much.
But her sisters were.
Oh,
her
no,
sisters were such rats.
Her dad was
Sisters were the
airline
nastiest sisters.
steward or
Oh.
whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know. What,
Oh, yeah.
And then because that's when she had the stress, and she found out one day she hated flying because she found out her dad was a
Flight
flight
attendant.
attendant.
Yeah.
Stewardess.
Stewardess.
Did her dad ever cheat on mom?
I don't know.
Not that we know
They
of.
didn't play that storyline
Oh, interesting.
back then. Anyways, I could talk about it forever.
Yeah, no. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
fun to hear you talk about The Simpsons because you have so much passion for it, you know?
would you
Yeah.
say that The Simpsons is like a solid part of our moral compass?
His.
I would say mine's more like, well, yeah,
Yours is more based in
Have you
Christianity
thought
than
about
anything
have you
else.
thought about how like
Yeah.
how you thought about how like these Simpsons characters, all right? Like Sideshow Bob, right? He's supposed to be a psychopath.
Mhm.
He's supposed to like go after Bart and want to kill Bart.
But he
every
has
time
redeemable qualities.
Yeah, exactly. He has
He's like an artist, and he's intelligent. And
Yeah, very intelligent.
highbrow, and,
Yep.
and he has like episodes where he's cool and
He's
he
got the
doesn't want to
best-
kill Bart. You know?
Best voice.
And Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer.
which, like he's amazing.
Yeah,
Legendary voice.
Frasier's amazing, even though people
Yeah.
always joke about it. It is good.
Frasier's a great show.
Yeah.
Colossal loves it.
There's
Of
almost
course, he's on it.
almost all the characters. Actually, this is interesting. All the characters are designed in such a way that they are all 100% redeemable.
hmm
They have
Even
some-
Homer. Everybody.
There's
Mr.
no.
Burns.
There's Mr. Burns.
The
Grizzly
characters that come
bear
back
underway.
frequently, they're all redeemable characters because they've never left the community. They've always been around.
Mhm.
They're like that. They're still part of that tribe if you think about it, right?
They usually have like an episode at some point, especially in the early seasons, where they do something good, where they have redeemable episodes.
Yeah, I mean like the message is nice or someone's doing something really good.
Yeah.
Well, they reference like a lot now because of the Apu problem.
Yeah.
The episode where Lisa was sick of the Malibu Stacy dolls were all like, "Look at me, I have a nice breast" or whatever. Like they were
Yeah.
just like not
Problematic dolls. Or I don't know.
Problematic,
I don't know
like,
a
she
better
wanted
word. It
some-
sounds horrible,
a
but
better like she made her own doll.
there's a
and it
comment
said,
on
like-
Barbies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's like an episode, right? Like
What does that poo do though? That's
what is that? Oh no, Apu's not in that one, but it's because
But what happened? So sorry, what happens? I zoned out for a second. My brain just went.
Malibu Stacy dolls.
Yeah, the
are
Malibu
like Barbie
Stacy
dolls.
Okay, exactly. And Lisa saw one of the Malibu Stacy dolls.
well, she loved Malibu Stacy, but she was tired of like
The-
pull the string and it's always like
yeah.
I want to find a man
Exactly.
and make him happy. It's like
I'm gonna go make a sandwich.
she wanted like a independent.
But then she met the owner of the company,
yeah, and they made her own doll, Lisa Lionheart, I believe.
Lisa Lionheart.
Mhm.
But then
I could kill
But
a
then
Simpsons quiz.
Lisa connected
Yeah.
with the owner of the company, though, right?
Yeah,
On a personal level, in a sense.
but it bombed and no one bought the doll except like one person, and it was enough for her. But you know what can you do?
It's so interesting.
Because Malibu Stacy
Because
got
in
a
the
new
end,
hat.
guess what? Yeah, the new hat.
Same doll, new hat.
But she
Smithers
met-
got one right away.
But she met the original owner, though, right?
Yeah,
Of Malibu Stacy.
yeah.
Did she connect with the owner in that episode?
I
I haven't seen the
I don't
episode, so did she connect with her? Like, it
Well,
was
they
like,
worked together for a long time to make this doll, but
So the Malibu Stacy owner helped Lisa
make this doll.
make this doll.
She kind of inspired her to and then all of a sudden it didn't sell, so boom, she was gone.
But did
believe.
Lisa learn something about the Malibu Stacy owner in this episode that suggests, because the owner
Like,
made
did
the
owner
dolls
not
in a
like the
certain way.
that it was going now.
I don't know. I don't remember
We have
much.
to
Okay,
watch
we need
it.
to watch that episode because that's like really important.
All I
because-
know is one girl walked up and bought her doll at the end, and that
Yeah.
was like enough. Like you affected one person, like that's still a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess because people are thinking like that a doll like that would work today. They feel like a doll.
Like a politically correct doll or something.
I don't know. Maybe. There's a commentary
they
on
have-
that, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I guess they've tried to do that over the years, and
Why wouldn't they just do that? Like, I mean, with the way that they can produce things now, they can do like a limited run.
I'm sure they do.
it's all
I
about
haven't
marketing.
kept
Is
up
it
with
going to be
dolls,
popular? Is
so-
it going to sell? That's what it's all
Well, a
about.
limited run of $100. I can promise you.
100 runs.
Why don't
yeah,
you make your own
$100.
Bunty doll?
A Bunty doll?
Yeah.
I don't want. I don't know. I don't think. I don't want to like. I don't want to market myself to kids. I don't want to do
Well,
that.
if it had
could be
like,
like
if
an
it was
action.
naked with a knife and a belt on his belly,
Yeah, that's not definitely.
or
kid.
swinging a chain on a rooftop, like
Yeah.
naked Bunty underwear doll would be pretty good.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
It would be good. But you could have such sick merch. Someone out there needs to design a sick, minimalistic or sick like looking goat logo with a
Yeah.
crown. You
Yeah.
have such sick marketing that could do with goats and crowns and shit for Bunty King. You could make like classy
For the
looking
streams?
shit.
The
You
stream-
could have a
yeah.
T-shirt with a small logo that would look so sick. A big logo that would look dirty. Like think about all these, sick brands that are out there. You could have such a sick logo. It doesn't have to be this cartoony picture or something. It doesn't have to be something like that. It can just be stylish, chill logo, and then you have another line where it's cartoony pictures and stuff like that. Have fun with it. That's what I think anyway.
I agree. Like, just make a clothing line. Don't focus on like gimmicky, like Philly D type merch. You know,
No, his merch is
pretentious or all that
sports.
bullshit.
No, I hate
No,
his
no, no.
merch.
Yeah, just
I love
chill.
Philly D though.
I don't know.
get me wrong,
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
love Philly
I do
D.
like
We're watching
Philly
it
D,
today.
but he's got the worst merch. Sorry, I mean like for me, I guess
You're a big fan.
someone's-
You watch it every day.
Yeah, I love Philly D, but his merch is
Yeah.
It's,
You're
yeah.
a pug.
it's
Yeah.
like those crappy stores you see when you're on vacation. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
10 shirts for
No,
$5.
he's the tourist shop of YouTube.
Yeah.
King Larry.
People who
that
stop
was
by
it.
YouTube are like, "Oh, what's this YouTube thing? Oh, this man looks like a nice man. He's talking about the news. Oh, I saw this on CNN. Oh, I like him. You know, and they're like, "Oh, this is the gift shop for YouTube. Oh, let me just go ahead and get
Yeah,
his
he's-
T-shirt."
he's that. He's
That's
that
what like.
obvious-
He's like a
Yeah.
He's the tourist stop for
In
YouTube.
Barcelona, we saw this hat when I was with TJ and Rose, and we like these Depiner style hats, that you see that say Barcelona on it in some ugly way. We seen, we're like, who the hell would buy that? We get back to the hostel, the guy in our room was wearing it. He's like, hey, what's up, guys?
There's always someone. There's always an
Oh,
audience.
gosh.
No, there's always people that are gonna buy
There's
that.
always something- he rocked it in his own way, and it worked. It was funny. It like added to
like,
his character.
Just think
But it was
beyond.
like such a real pug hat.
think
It was so
beyond that.
good.
Instead of
I
just
know, it was
making
great.
merch, make a clothing line or something.
Yes, that's what I was
Don't
thinking.
limit
You can make a
yourself.
sick clothing line.
It requires capital, man. I don't have.
No, you
it.
don't have to
doesn't.
like just make one shirt and then eventually start one. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
one sick.
clothing line
start with the logo.
quality design doesn't have to be like a whole line. You know.
Anyway,
Yeah,
just some cool ideas. If anyone out there has like a sick
I have
logo
that.
idea.
I have the Uncle Bunty's butter biscuits.
Yeah, I know, but see, that's what I mean. Like, that's a cartoony big shirt like that. Like, that's part of a clothing line. That's part of the other stuff. You should have like classier stuff. You know what I mean? With a like just a simple logo. I don't know if you're getting what I mean. Maybe
No,
I'll
I
draw
get
something up later.
exactly
Maybe
like a Ralph Lauren kind of shit, but for like Bunty King.
Yes, that would be sick.
Ralph Lauren of like YouTube. That'd be hilarious.
Wouldn't you wear that yourself and be proud of it? Like,
Yeah,
it'd be dope. You have polos with it. You could have anything. I don't know. It's just an idea.
Yeah, like a nice quality shirt with like a little tiny logo instead of like a Ralph polo. I
think
don't
it's
care
something
about.
that
It could
I
just
don't
be
care
like
about.
your beard and then like a crown.
Could be a beard. Could be crown. Could be goats. Could be all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, why not? Why not? That'd be fine. That'd be cool. Just give the people options like that. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, I have wore my Bunty hat. The Bunty hat was cool.
Yeah.
I wore that.
Think about a
I
hat
went
like
around-
that with just that logo on it. Pink logo or something. Black hat, pink logo. Miami Vice colors hat. Like Miami Vice colored clothes. I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
80s style stuff. Like, I don't know. All
But
kinds
yeah,
of-
I think it's about time that I started doing that. I tried doing that before, and that things got fucked up. The
Yeah.
guy that
Now it's move on from that. That's done.
it's okay. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. It's fine. Yeah.
Anything you want to say in closing, Mr. Bunty King or Mr. Jason? You guys got anything?
Nothing. Man. I'm chilling.
Nothing else.
I'm chilling. I just want to hear. I just want
See you soon. You
I'm leaving the floor to you guys.
I don't know. I'm good.
You
it?
okay?
I'm hungry.
All right, man.
I want to go eat something.
Okay.
Thank you all for listening to another episode of your mom's favorite podcast. Go ahead and follow us on the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Instagrams of the world, and Facebook.
Yeah. I'm gonna put their links in the bio. Please check them out.
Sure.
They
Feel
hate
free.
Twitter.com/they hate Jason.
That's correct.
They hate Jason.
That's my name.
I assure you that what the fuck am I doing? I can assure you that they all don't hate Jason. But yes, what the fuck
If you want to take it literally, you can.
What did I do with my life right now? Anyway,
Anyway,
Ginger
yes.
Heat, my man Ginger Heat. This guy has been with me fucking.
Why does he get a better intro or outro?
You should have given him the intro that you wanted to give.
It's too late now. Next time.
Yeah.
Why is he? He was my first. He introduced
That's
me
fine.
to you. He introduced me to you. Think about it. He introduced me to you.
I know.
You guys spent more time together this year probably than we did when you lived at the house and I was at work and you both were there all day every day together.
It's true, but we didn't really talk to each other. But he wasn't bothered.
No.
But
No.
he's just chilling.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we didn't talk to each other. But like, were you weren't bothered by me at all when I was there?
Well, you weren't. Only when you spoke. Like, well, no, but like I wasn't bothered. Like, how can I be bothered if you're just sitting there? You know.
Hold on, what the fuck did you say?
I wasn't.
No, only when you.
Oh my god!
Not like
that's
every
so
time
funny.
you spoke, but I was just trying to say like. What I was
That's
trying to
so
say is
good.
that he didn't speak
That's
much.
so
Like, how
good.
could I be bothered?
Right.
Yo, you
If
were
he
so-
speaks, there's a chance I could be bothered.
You were bothered 100%. You meant what you said. You didn't talk
said-
much, but when he did speak, it usually
you
bothered
hated
you.
it. You
No,
like,
that,
hated
no.
it. He was like, "Fuck, this guy's saying stuff again. Fuck, he's still on the fucking phone again, talking to some person who gives a shit."
He's screaming, streaming or something.
Exactly. I'm
No,
like,
it was good
barking
times.
along.
Good times.
Yeah, they were amazing times.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
that's
thank
so
you guys.
funny.
We'll see you next week.
Take it
Maybe.
easy.